Alrighty, so welcome to a new stream. We have the house to ourselves for like 2-ish hours, so let's might as well just use the time as efficiently as possible and try to get you this video. And this is actually a concurrent theme in my channel history. It is going to be encompassing the political compass test, which you've probably known of for years. I did this every year since middle school. I've been in the red and the blue quadrants over my life, and we're gonna just get right into it. I got the idea actually last year to do it by Ben Shapiro because he did the test and everybody thought it was so quirky and cool that the nerd did it. So I'll do it right now. Since it is the new year, let's go ahead and just load this in already. And we have the test right here predated. So I'll take a bless of the real estate for the screen and we're going to share. And you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about right now. So we've got this right here. Okay, great. So now that we see this, you can notice when I full screen that we've got this test, which has 6 different pages. Now, if you haven't known what this is basically the most popular test for people to do when it comes to the context of any sort of political acumen, any sort of like, basically this is like what the zodiac sign is for like men, yeah? So it's a little less complicated than you'd imagine. So let's go ahead and just make sure the live stream is working. It is. Okay, cool. All right. So first we're going to start off with the most basic. Again, this is for nerds only. If a girl sees it like, oh my God, I can't watch this shit, deal with it, okay? Suffer. All right. So if economic globalization is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the interest of a transnational corporation. Okay, sure. Now, the idea here is a little bit liberal, but I could agree with this. I'd always support, well, I kind of agree with it. I'd always support my country, whether it was right or wrong. I agree with this somewhat, of course, because there's loyalty, and loyalty needs to be heralded over a lot of things. Without loyalty, there's nothing, yeah? And so, like, realistically speaking, you got to respect it. And, all right. Am I set up right? Okay, so loyalty above everything else, because obviously without that, you can't do shit. Now, nobody chooses whether or not the country's wrong. So again, like being that steadfast behind it is also really dumb. Like for instance, if I were in North Korea, I'd leave it right away because obviously they're like at some point you got to just give up on it. Yeah. So it's like your parents, you got to respect your parents up to a point. If they're like being inappropriate, like to a crazy extent, you got to just blow them off. At some point, as an adult, you got to just be like, okay, you're wrong. All right. So we've got that down pat. Now, nobody chooses the country of birth. Now, this one's a little more complicated than you'd give it credit for, obviously, because we're dealing with something here in which, let me make sure the alignment is right. Okay. Right. So nobody chooses their country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. I disagree with this entirely. So you should be proud of where you are, especially if you are benefiting from it. And what I mean is, like, for instance, let's say your mom is Margot Robbie and she's hot. You can acknowledge that and be kind of like not proud, but to say like, okay, well, I'm like well situated. Like I've got, I live in a mansion, etc. My mom has clout, etc. Okay, you can be proud of that. And now there's white people would be like, oh, well, that's not the definition of proud. It means like to be confident and to be assured in it. It doesn't mean you have to earn it at all. No. So, am I proud to be born in America? Yes, because obviously America is the best country, and I will hold that over other people's heads because clearly the vast majority of them would like to live here, and so of course I'd be proud of it. We have a comment from Provo Planet saying, 1.7 thousand subs, 5 viewers, homie down bad. True. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm doing this to get in the structure of streaming because I can apply for remonetization, which means super chats. I think in 2 days, and so it's good to kind of like get in the stream of things. I mean, in the swing of things while I have free time because I start school tomorrow, and so it's just best to get this out the way. Make sure that I can be kind of like well versed and flowing into this sort of like online thing. Meanwhile, also being able to juggle everything else, and so it's best to just hit the road with my fucking tires down. I mean, it's just that obvious, obviously, because if I can do super chats, I'll be more incentivized to do streams, in which case I can obviously then be more prolific on this channel. So it only makes sense for me to stream. It doesn't matter how many people are watching. I'm making content that is like basically I would have pre-recorded this, but might as well have a few people in the chat if possible so that I can actually feed off of that. So again, we're playing with house money. Our race has many superior qualities compared to other races. Honestly, at this point, I would say agree. Well, depending, right? So I think this question is getting at, okay, so what race, like our race is equal? Are you colorblind, etc.? What I can say is that obviously races are somewhat different on aggregate. So when you say our race, it means like my race in aggregate, not me individually. So what that means is that like okay, like Latinos for example have many superior qualities compared to other races. Well, it depends on how you obviously define that. Now, the way that I view it is like okay, well, Latinos, let's say, don't suffer from tanning as bad as white people. They don't get skin cancer as often. You can also say they're like dumber on aggregate, like an IQ test, stuff like this. But I basically agree with the premise that yes, some races are better than others in different things. Like for example, if you're looking at like basketball and stuff like that, black people are better because the way that their muscles are, you know, they're they develop like there's white and then red blood cells, and basically with the long term sprinting, I think it benefits white people like long term sports. But when you're talking about short term intermittent like high intensity interval training and stuff like that, black people tend to do better. That's like scientifically true, and so that's what I gotta say. Provo Kid says, I'm pulling around 20 viewers to stay at about 570 subs. Why am I more entertaining? Well, I think the thing is that when you make streams, you have a niche group of people that you're already friends with watching it. Whereas with me, it's mostly just people that are randomly on the channel. So like if you look at for instance, the average person that does a live stream on YouTube gets less than 1% of their subscriber base to actually click onto the stream. And so 1% of my audience would be like 17 people. So I'm like pulling at like zero point 0.3. And so yeah, I am underperforming. But also you have to consider that this is like very niche stuff. You have to also consider that obviously I'm doing this because I would have been doing this alone, listening to music. Yeah. I'd be listening to Drake doing this because I do this every year. I've done this every year since like 2017. Difference being is that if I can stream it while I have the house to myself for like 2 hours, then I might as well just do that. And so it's a little bit more convenient than you'd expect. Gray says your audio is horrendously low. Okay, let me try to fix that. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, OPC was complaining about that earlier. Let's just try to do sound panel or control panel. Fuck me in the ass. Okay, let's figure this out. Sound, manage audio devices. Is this it? Hold on. No, it's sound card settings. Then you go to speakers. No, recording, microphone, properties, listen, levels. I have it at 24. Let's boost it up to 40. Can you hear me now? It's like the Sprint commercial. Yeah, can you hear me? Bro listens to Drake. I do. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, okay. I haven't shaved since 10 days ago because it's been since New Year's Eve. Okay. No shaving. Haven't drank alcohol since New Year's either, by the way. All right, cool, cool, cool. Do I listen to Drake tropes? I do because obviously Drake is the best because he has a lot of good songs. Like, he actually has like legitimately like 100 good songs. It's insane. Listen to All Me, the original version. At the end, it goes hard. I would rap it, but I don't think you guys are interested. I love Drake. It's so true. Now he does some gay shit, of course. Like for instance, he knocked up a girl who was like a French like prostitute or something, like a stripper. He knocked up a French stripper and has this kid named Adonis with her. And I'll actually even show this. Okay, look at this. Adonis. No, but not him. Adonis Drake. Yeah, this is the kid he had with some like French chick. I mean, this is just like weird, right? This is a little weird. Dude, you're never going to beat the gay allegations using expressions like that, OPC. When I say fuck me in the ass, true. I only bumped the Tabernacle Choir. What the hell? Grace says Lalito's doing dry January. Ah, okay, condescending moment. Never sleep on Lil Pump. I like Lil Pump. I like Multimillionaire with Lil Uzi Vert. I like Sked It. I like fucking Lamborghini Doors. I like Walk in the Trap Like a Boss. What else? Elementary. Remember that one? That one's shit. I like the one Suicide Squad one. I like a lot of Lil Pump. Actually, I was a big fan of his in high school. I was like 14. Okay, bro did the I'd sing the song, but you guys probably don't want to hear that girl thing. But that's true. And when Grace sings, it's a little grating. And frankly, she's not a bad singer. It's just that I feel like when other people sing, it sucks. But when I do it, it's good. And what's crazy is that I feel the same way about talking. I feel like when I'm talking, it's cool. When other people are talking, I'm like, shut the fuck up most of the time. Especially when my voice is like a little below average. It's getting a little bit better over time as I get older. It gets just slightly deeper, I would say. But overall, it's like a 4 out of 10 still. My voice is like my height. Is it a deal breaker? I would hope not, but I mean, it just doesn't help. And so, like, I can try to speak a little more slowly, maybe a little more James Earl Jones like, but I mean, it's kind of a douchey move, eh? Um, numbers rising, Lalo capitalize on it. Yeah, let me like do some coke. Uh, coke is expensive. Have you? Okay, anyway, he smiles when he says that. SMH, what? Fuck me in the ass. Oh, because it's funny. He's ashamed of his white son, who Drake. Yeah. So a couple of years ago, you were a fan of who? Drake or Lil Pump? Yeah. I see Lalo front row at the Drake show cheerleading. I wish I could afford to go. I could have gone to the weekend concert in Phoenix a year ago. I didn't. Um, I look at that Ben Shapiro speaking speed. Yeah. You're forcing the voice, Lamau. Yeah, it's funny. No comprendo. Why don't more people watch Lalo's fabulous streams? Thank you, Moonhaze. Talk totally normally. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Talking totally normally. Grace Thorpe, aka Joan. Did you see the picture I found of Craig from 2011? Dude has creepy forever. Um, Lamau bro can't keep from saying it. What, fuck me in the ass? Who cares? Who fucking? I don't mean it. I don't mean it. Okay. Like I could say I want to stab myself in the throat. Not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. So it's cool. It's all cool. All right. So we can see Drake's kid. This is brutal, bro. I mean, like, what the fuck? Fettuccine Alfredo looking ass nigga. So I mean, this is the baby mama. I mean, she's decent. She looks like Jennifer Lopez, but I mean, I wouldn't knock her up though. So we hit it raw, which, and this is gonna sound degenerate, but I don't recommend going raw if the girl's under 30. I mean, that's just a stupid idea. I mean, you're gonna knock her up, and it's fucked up. If she's menopausal, then it's fair game. But I mean, yeah, man, I don't know. This is just a fucking mess, eh? It's a mess. But I mean, this is what I liked about Drake. This is like when I first started liking him, okay? This is Find Your Love 2010 shit or Best I Ever Had. You're the best I ever had. This is like real shit, okay? Is it kind of gay? No, it isn't. It's just like emotional, and that's fine. That's fine, okay? Because realistically speaking, you have all these R&B niggas talking about like, for instance, you know the song "Creeping" by The Weeknd and Metro Boomin? That's a 2004 song. If you're creeping, let me know. You know, like if you're cheating on me, don't let me know. That is more simpy than whatever Drake has ever said. But that nigga, whoever the fuck it was, Neo maybe. He's not a simp though. But no, Drake is. That makes no sense. Both can be simps. Cups of the rose. All right. Do your political test. I will. I've never once uttered the "fuck me in the ass." Feels gay even typing it. Who cares? I used to think that we could fix Lala, but now I just embrace it and do the streams about fashion and Hollywood gossip. Well, actually, I was watching yesterday the show called Punked, which I used to see on MTV when I was really small, with Ashton Kutcher, and I really like Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, and like they would prank these celebrities, and it was really cool because they would actually fuck them up. Like they'd do pretend DUI stops. They would actually pretend to put them in prison. They would actually blow shit up. They would make them look guilty, like sexual, like not even assault, but you know what I mean, like pranking them on that. Like for instance, there was like one with Kourtney Kardashian where they have a pizza guy. They come in. He's like, "Can I use your bathroom?" They say yes, of course. He pretends like he gets his dick stuck in the zipper, so then they force them to like unzip his like balls in the fucking zipper. It's funny. It's funny as shit. It's so funny to me. Oh my god. Um, I want to see how much you'll lie about politics. Yeah, do the test already. Drake was the guy who made it popular to put hot sauce in condoms. Yeah, he did. Drake watches Lalo. Yeah, that's like Fousey Tube, right? Fousey Tube be like, oh, Gray shouted me out on her Discord. Thank you so much. I didn't notice. Okay, cool. I was checking my notifications. Anyway, so yeah, of course. So if you don't know, Fousey Tube was like, oh, I saw. Okay, this is so funny. So 6 years ago, Fousey, before he fell off and then came back again, he was friends with Keemstar, and he would be like, well, actually, Drake is coming to my concert. How do you know? Well, I made eye contact with him, and it's dragon energy. And it's like, what? And it's like, yeah, I looked at Drake, and he looked at me, and so he's coming. and then what's so funny is that when he doesn't come, he has a manic breakdown, right? And so then he's on top of a like car surrounded by hundreds of fans, and he's like, "You guys make me want to kill myself." And then one guy's like, "Do it!" It was like so funny to me. Holy shit, bro. I'm gonna look it up. July 15th. Fousey, kill myself, dude. This is so good. This is so good. This is so good.
Face to face. Oh, no, this for a moment in time. I invested all my money into this event, and I did it for free.
Okay, like watch this. Okay, who the fuck wears clothes like that? Purple boots, by the way. I mean, this is insane. This is 2018, by the way. Now, if you look at Lalo's webcam being turned off, you'll notice right away that if you look in the second uppermost right, you'll look and it'll say Fousey talks about meeting with Drake. He literally was at a club with Drake and looked at him, made eye contact one fucking time, and said, "Oh, I met Drake, bro. Really?" Like by that logic, I met Donald Trump. I met all these fucking people. Like, really? Oh, I made eye contact with them once. Really? Okay, cool. Now, the Crucible is making a Brittany Venti A-log stream with 1.5K. Interesting. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care. Okay, back to it. Let's check comments before I go on. Uh, question: should I get a passport card or a book? Um, I don't know. I would say book because it's like it's cuter. I guess I have a book. I've always had books. Card is kind of like white people shit. I don't know. Drake was supposed to show up, man. So true. Grace bumping up the numbers. She's a good friend. We're Grace. We're Grace. Not fans. We're friends. Okay. Why is he wearing a crop top? Because he's sussy. You know, him and Drake are kind of sussy kings. I don't know. It's kind of based. It's kind of, you know why? Because being that sussy allows you to be confident around women, first of all, but second of all, it also kind of like it prevents you from catching a lot of shit for some reason. And what's better is that like it's narcissism, like it's pure vanity, like you know what I mean? I don't know. It's hard to describe. Enemy of my enemy is my friend. I would say no. That's stupid. That's straight up like caveman speak. Military action that defies international law sometimes justified 110%. When we're talking about international law, this is going to be like a bunch of gay shit. It's going to be like the Geneva Conventions, which I don't really care for in particular. And we're talking about NATO. NATO in and of itself is a bad thing, right? This bureaucracy that takes billions of dollars. We have this headquarters in New York, and for what exactly? And I mean, it's like so stupid to me. Like I think NATO was trying to stop George Bush from invading the Middle East, so you could see how it could be good in some facets. But if you know anything about Lalo, Lalo was sweeping it up for George Bush up until recently. I used to be like this neocon, so and I kind of am still. I'll get the passport book. We traveling this year, niggas? Okay, cool. Okay. Ben Thorpe hating on the viewer count. Okay. Let's see. Fuzi would dice you up IRL. He would. He would destroy me. Like he's like because he has some muscle and he's a little taller. Drake is not sussy. He's zesty. What's the difference? Drake has a little sugar in his tank, but he works with it. Okay. 2024 has been brutal. What does that even mean for you? Like what for me? Okay. Cool. 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 There's now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. A little bit, because what you'll notice is that a lot of these girls, and I guess some guys too, who are like 15, will start believing in shit from TikTok and they just like take it as gospel because they don't have the attention span to look into it, or they're not that they're not that interested. And what you'll often find is that women, for example, don't really have the drive to read books, and so they'll just like go off of what they see on Facebook or whatever, and that obviously is retarded. And you'll find, like for instance, like Trevor Noah or something, where they like try to watch Jimmy Kimmel, these like boomer white people, and they're gonna like be like, oh, I'm entertained by this. Okay, fine. But then when he puts his political slant on it, they don't even recognize it, which is stupid. People are ultimately divided more by class than by nationality. I don't really agree with this. Now, this is like a really big populist talking point of, well, a poor white person is more in common with a poor black person than a country club white guy and a white trash. No, it's more racial, I think, personally, or nationality focus, obviously. This is just very clear. I don't even know how to argue this. I mean, it's pretty damn fucking clear, right? Because if you're talking about class is something that a lot of people obviously have in common, but you don't see these people congregating all the more likely, right? So, for instance, I would personally see a Cletus hanging out with like a Brad Johnson than a fucking Tyrone with a Cletus, personally. There's exceptions to it, right? Like Eminem grew up around a bunch of poor black people on the wrong side of the tracks. He got along with them. Okay, fine. But most of the time, it doesn't work that way. Okay, some more comments. Military action that defies international law sometimes is justified examples. Okay, like for example, you need to be there's a certain level of clearance you need for certain military strikes, and you just need to like overlook that. Or for instance, when Trump killed Soleimani, I'm pretty sure that was illegal, but he got away with it, and that was cool. So there's a lot of little things such as that where you could say that international law is stupid. And plus, when you constrain yourself to international law, what will happen is that any sort of adversary going forward can basically plan around the laws. So for instance, if you have a president and he just says that I will follow the law all the time, then China or whoever can just plan around that and just say, well, I know that he has to wait 2 weeks to declare war. I know he can't do this. I know he can't blow up the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. And so you're limiting yourself. Whereas if you subscribe to the man theory prescribed by Richard Nixon, what you could do is just do random shit or do stuff that you feel like on your whim, and people would have to respect whatever you say because they don't know if you're going to back something up or not. And that's regardless of the law. And you can get away with that, obviously. Okay? I'm such a boomer, says Grace. Okay. Late night comedy is dumb. Goyam. Yeah, okay. Class is more divisive. That's not true. So would you say that you have more in common with a poor Mexican instead of a white girl like Grace? I have more in common with a poor Mexican, obviously. Yes. Yes. And here's the difference, right? For example, I can go to Mexico and talk to anybody and they'd be kind of impressed by me and they'd be like, now that, again, this is me being arrogant, right? But it's like I could go talk to my cousin and they actually understand me. And again, I don't talk to them like between trips for the most part. I go like months without talking to my family. Like I'm not saying like my family, I'm saying like my second cousin or whatever. Obviously, I don't see them all the time, and so I'll talk to them and it's fine. And they're poor as shit. So a lot of them are really poor. Stop me at all from talking to them, or if they have friends over, does that stop me? Okay, if you give guys a couple beers, I mean, we can find something to talk about. Yeah. With Grace, I've only talked to her this long because we have so much in common in regards to the internet stuff. Obviously, if she were just some like random white chick, I wouldn't. First of all, I wouldn't find her entertaining enough or attractive enough to talk to for that long. Yeah. So like to say like, oh, you have more in common with the white chick. Yeah, because I'm like in a very niche scenario. I'm saying people in my shoe. Like if I had a brother that were not into this internet shit, of course we're talking about a situation in which he would get along with more Edgars or whatever Mexican you could talk about. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Our Lord had no place to rest his head either. What does that mean, Ben? Grace Thorpe says, you're just insecure because you're Mexican in a white area. Don't project that onto a population. No, of course not. It's just that race separates people more than by class, obviously, right? For instance, when it came down to South Africa, wow, wait, this is actually a banger point by me. In South Africa, we're talking about a population of people to which the white people have poor Boers, richer aristocrats that own land, and they historically have for hundreds of years. Yeah, the Dutch and the English. Okay, these people in which they used to call the Orange Colony down there in the Cape of Good Hope, these people get along more with each other, white people, and black people get along more with each other, black people, than they do cross racially over social lines that are of class divide, of course. For instance, a poor white farmer is getting harassed by the blacks all the fucking time, according to the news. Yeah. Why? Because it's a racial difference. It has nothing to do with the poverty, obviously. Plenty of poor black people in Africa. Are they getting along with the whites? No, they're not. It's race. Should it be like that? No, but that's the way it is. Okay. Make my taco, says Lalo. Grace says, don't flirt with my ex-boyfriend. Wait, ex-e-boyfriend? Okay. Joe Shabatoni says, Lalo loves showbiz. Hollywood Minute with Lalo. Embrace the homo. It works. Look at all the hand movements. Yawn. Nobody declares war anymore. True. Dude, I got to go pick up some girls from my Land Rover before the next storm, but I'll listen in the car. Wait. I read that so wrong. OPC Don says, dude, I got to go pick up some parts from my Land Rover before the storm, and I'll listen to... Okay, cool. By the way, I love Land Rovers. This used to be my favorite car. Before there was wait, what was this? Landing mats for Vietnam. Oh, this was from class. So apparently people were constructing the border wall off of this shit right here. This used to be what they used to make the border wall out of, like in the 90s. Okay, this is what I was... Okay, it's not that creepy. Okay, never mind. Okay, anything weird in here? No, okay. What was I going to say? Fuck. What was I going to say? Because I never clear my search history. I've had the same search history since like 2015. So it's like anything weird, it could pop up. Okay. Oh, Land Rover. Dude, these used to be... This was my favorite car. Like 2010, favorite car right here. Like, let's look up 2010 Land Rover, man. These were so cool. And these have like the green logo. These were so awesome to me. I don't even know why I liked them so much, but this was like... When I used to watch American Dad, this was so cool. Right here. So tasteful. Look at how just like... I just love this shit. Look at that. And then I used to like Hummers too, like Hummer 2008. Yeah. Now the mileage is horrible, but I like the Hummer because it used to be... There was a yellow Hummer in Zombieland. Yeah, they used to have the Hummer in Zombieland. It was such a cool car. And like you could run over the zombies in the movie with the Scar, which is why I fucking liked it so much. It was a great movie. Anyway. Okay, cool. Turns out you're a clerical fascist. Actually, I did get some of that sort of stuff. There's another test that I used to do called 8 Values, and I would get like theocratic fascist or like paleo conservative. Okay. Ben Thorpe says, Lalo, let's get a legal. Let's get fuck. Lalo, let's get into a legal debate about the Poroshenko nonsense. Ugh, man. Anyway, I'm burping a lot, but I don't know. I don't know about the Poroshenko thing. I think it's kind of boring at this point. Had you asked me to do it like 2 or 3 days ago, I probably would have indulged you. But I think the ship has sailed. I think Monday was the expiration date, and I told Grace a while ago, like, hey, this is gonna last like 2 weeks max, and it didn't even last a week. But yeah. Also, she saw my stream from a couple days ago, and she's like, I know what you said about me, that I was fat and that I have dead air on my show. I'm sorry I couldn't please you. Something like that. I'm like, bruh. Anyway, you have more in common with white kids in your class, dummy, says Gracie. Well, you know what? Actually, I do, but it's because the Mexicans in university, by and large, are pretty fucking stupid. Okay, that's just true. That's true. And I think that, and it's not so much being in common. It's like, who do I want to be with? And it's like, for example, I was in this class about democracy because I was before I did the criminal justice. I had like a political, it wasn't even political science. It was just like, I don't even know what it was, but the credit served for different things. And so it was a class about democracy and politics around that. Okay. Now this class had a Mexican guy. This Mexican guy I know from middle school. And he goes up to me after and he's like, oh, bro, yeah, you're so good in class. Like, oh, we should be friends again or something. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. I'll hit you up on Snapchat. Did I actually Snapchat him? No, I ghosted him. But and he was a Mexican, but he's like, one of these dumber ones. Okay. And then there was this white chick. Okay. And she was kind of hot. And she was this liberal and she was like far left, like insane. And she would seethe whenever I talked, but she couldn't out debate me. It was so good. It would turn me on. But I mean, so Grace is onto something, obviously. Like, I like the disagreement. I like the polarity. So yeah, I do have more in common with the Mexicans, but also I would rather sometimes be around the white people. That is true. But if it gets too white, I don't like it either. You go to some of these Republican events and it's like 90% white people, and it's like it literally will be an entire bar of like 50 white people, 2 blacks, and like 4 Mexicans that might as well be white, and it's a fucking mess. I would rather it be a little more diverse. Ideally for me, it'd be like 2/3 white, 1/3 Mexican, and then sprinkle in some extra whatever. But anyway, when are you streaming about the... Wait, hold on. Grace says, I obviously despise poor Mexicans. Not true at all. In fact, you know what? I was at the gas station and I was pulling next to a truck with ladders. So it was a little like Final Destination like. And so I see this truck right here. And I pull up next to it in the SUV. And there's 4 Mexicans in there. And they're staring me down. And I come out in my Ralph Lauren fucking blazer. Or nah, it's like a fucking... It's very cute. I wore it to CPAC last year. In the picture with Newt Gingrich had it on. It was really nice, yeah? And so then I'm over here, and there's these Mexicans staring me down in my $40,000 car in the Ralph Lauren. I left the car unlocked and running. They could have stole it, but I trusted my brothers. I said they would never steal from a brown nigga like me. They would look at me and say, he's succeeding. Now, granted, it wasn't me. It was my dad's success. But it's like, they're not going to rob me. And so I trusted the poor Mexicans. So to say I despise them is not true. Okay. Ben is trying to sell me on this debate by saying it'll sharpen your logical and legal skills. Monologues get boring. First of all, monologues get boring coming from you is rich as fuck, by the way. Second of all, he says, debate him or Grace. Need a collab. Okay. Grace says, you're a chronically online 20-year-old in Arizona. Your culture is white. Okay, that is true, but I'm self-aware about it. What other person is self-aware about the white shit as much as I am, okay? And there's actually a black guy, this channel that I found recently called The Lead Attorney, really good content. He does live streams. Imagine Nick Rekieta, but like charismatic, black, and not non-alcoholic, yeah? So he comes in, and he's like, not to offend my white chatters in chat, but sometimes you read some shit, and you'd be like, man, that's some white people shit. And he's like, right. I'm like, yo, this nigga's onto something. Yes. Sometimes it's white people shit, right? Of course. Like, debating on whether or not your dad's a narcissist is white people shit. I find it somewhat entertaining, but I'm back to the brown and I'm saying, no, actually, I'm not that interested in arguing about that right now. Okay? Sorry. Ben says, be real about your solo streaming career. Lalo, look at the numbers. Yeah, I'm pleased with it. I'm just kidding. I'm real with it. Grace says, no, it has to do with poverty. The blacks want the white stuff. What does that even mean? Grace wants to collab. When you stream solo, all the chat does is call you a flamer creatively. Okay, Ben, your chatters And granted, a lot of the chatters are from Grace. That is true. Those people do call me gay. But the more I pay attention to things, nobody else thinks I'm gay. I go to Mexico, not a single person made a gay joke about me, ever said, hey, are you gay? Nobody's ever said that about me. Okay. Even when I was drunk, nobody ever said, oh, you're acting zesty. That never fucking happened. So that can't be true. Number one. Two, when I hang out with people IRL, that does have, again, that is not Grace. These people never call me gay. So obviously it's just your people. So when your chat calls me gay, I don't take it personal because it obviously isn't that. It's not like that. It's just not like that. No, car stuff, it is way worse than the monologues. Okay, I can believe that because you're a girl, right? You don't care about cars. Did you have to climb over that fence? No, I didn't. I'm so behind in chat, but I go off sometimes. Do I climb the fence? No, of course not. Adonis name search. Am I masculine? No, 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 no. It's because Hamza, this like fucking Indian who I really despise, is like Adonis. He says it in a voice. And what's so funny about this guy is like he's like 6 foot whatever in shape, like actually does all the looks maxing. He's got the deep voice. I'm Adonis. I have 1 million subscribers on YouTube, but I have a mid-white girlfriend, and it's like, bro. And it's like at that point, I just hate that shit. I hate that shit. These Indian, and again, I'm not even hating on him for being Indian. I'm just pointing it out that he had to be over 6 feet tall, not be ugly, work out a lot, be a millionaire YouTuber to get a mid-white girlfriend. What the fuck? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? I could get a mid-white girlfriend and not do shit, and I'm brown. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, folks? And that's like the big difference between a Mexican and an Indian. Like you still have a chance versus like uphill fucking. It's a mess, man. Can I look up Hamza's girlfriend? I think it's public, right? That's cool. All right. Make sure I'm not leaking anything. Okay, Hamza girlfriend. Adonis. Also, Adonis is the son of Drake. That's why I typed it in, actually. Okay. Right, look at this. This is his girlfriend. Girlfriend. Bruh. Okay, this is his ex-girlfriend according to this white guy. Okay. I wouldn't be caught dead dating this bitch ever, nigga. I could be down bad as hell. I'm not dating this bitch on the right. Ever. Ever. I'm not dating this bitch ever. Ever. On God, dude. What the fuck? I would rather my right hand. I would rather my right hand. Hamza's not ugly. His eyes are a little buggy. But honestly, what the fuck? Really? Really, bro? This is goofy. This is his ex-girlfriend. Really? Again, Hamza, in shape. This is his girlfriend. Are you kidding me, dog? What? What? Okay. Hamza apparently got cheated on by this white chick. Okay. This is literally a 6 out of 10 white chick cheated on by this bitch. Really? Millionaire, million YouTube channel. Cheated on. Mid-white girlfriend. Jacked as shit. Again, I'm not hating on Hamza. I'm just saying I cannot look up to this guy. I cannot look up to him. What the fuck is this, dude? Mid as fuck. And you know what? This girl's actually above average a little bit. But I mean, the fact that he ever dated the one on the left is insane to me. Again, more average white women. Bro. It's tough for Hamza cells, okay? I'm sorry. It's insane. Anyway. I don't even know. I just feel bad for him. But he's a douche, so fuck him. It's crazy. It's utterly insane to me how I feel like Indians, dark-skinned ones, are having to fight like a 2-point. Like, if you're Indian, just remove 2 points from your SMV or your attraction. Like, seriously, it's like really bad for them. I know this guy. When I'm at the library, I'll always see this like 6'5" Indian guy, which is like insanely rare. No bitches though. And he's like okay looking. 6'5", okay looking. Gets you hella bitches if you're white or even Mexican. Indian, dark-skinned Indian, darker than me. No bitches. 6'5"? If I were 6'5", it'd be fucking over. I'd be getting molested out here. That'd be crazy. 6'5", dude. Anyway. That'd be fucking nuts. So Grace says the Land Rover is a teenage rich girl car, or the Hummer. I could see that. I got a classical liberal on 8 values. I could do that later. Did you eat bread pudding? What does that even mean? Is Trump off the ballot? No. Gay and boring. Bring up your father. What? Dad, do you know which city and state mom was born? Why? You guys are filling out a passport application while watching me? Okay. Did Darius invite me to this Texas streamer house? I think he said that I could. No. He invited me to go to Phoenix the day that he was moving, but I didn't feel like it. I didn't follow through on that because I was busy. Because we got home like at 3 in the morning, so I would have had to wake up and then see him the same day, which I didn't want to. So yeah, I could obviously I could go if I wanted to. And actually, I'm going. My friend invited me to go to his apartment. I think April or something. So, and I think, and he lives in Dallas. So I think what Darius lives maybe, how far is Austin to Dallas or whatever? I've actually, I went to Dallas and Austin. Hold on. Let me take the screen off for a second. I don't want to Google Maps this on accident. Okay. Let's do Dallas to Austin. Okay. So it's 3 hours and 16 minutes driving. So like if I were to go to my friend's house in Fort Worth and then go to Austin, I could do that. Yeah, because Waco's in between. I've been to Austin before last summer. It was a great time. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right, let's reach out. I need to catch up. Okay. Lalo talks too fast. I'm out. Nigga on 1.5. Deal with it. Suffer. Ben Thorpe says, give yourself the luxury of turning down collabs when you're getting 5x the views you're currently getting. People are more honest online than IRL. This is Cope. Lalo's scared of the Thorpe's legal knowledge and incisive wit. Nope. I just don't care for the topic, Grace. If you want to talk about the Craig guy, which I offered you earlier, you could take me up on that right now, and I guess, call you on Discord and we can talk about the Craig thing. But if not, then I don't know. Like, what the fuck? I don't want to talk about the Borishenko thing. I think that's played out. I'm just saying. All right. Lalo, you should be able to crush Grace in a debate. Yeah, no shit. Rob says, Lalo watches too much incel content. I have no idea who these people are. That's true. Plus, you can write her cloud content all over the place scattered, okay? Fuck. Hamza dates 2 out of 10's curry tax is brutal. That's what I'm saying, dude. Yes, OSS. Have you ever had one white chick girlfriend? I've had like 4 or 5. Solo streaming is very niche. Few people can pull it off successfully. Yeah, you can't. Ben Thorpe says, okay, forget it. Enjoy your 16 current viewers after 2 years of streaming. Somebody's mad. 6'5" Mexicans don't exist. Yeah, they don't. Thoughts on Dr. Umar, says Gus. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold on. Ben Thorpe says, just do Craig. Well, Grace can call me on Discord and we can set that up. Okay, so have her call me and then we'll do that. Craig content, let's go. Yeah. I would like that. And now with Dr. Umar, I hate that guy because I think that Dr. Umar is he's just like an anti-white retard. And sometimes he's onto something. Like I think he's one of these people that are like very homophobic. I think that's funny, but OPC Don says, Lalo, my Land Rover's a 2004 and I just bought it for off-roading. So far, I really like it though. I haven't gotten it stuck and I've driven it through some insanely stupid stuff. Yeah, I love to see that shit. Ben Thorpe says, hey, Lalo, I'm going to Mexico. Yeah, I saw that whole stream you did about going to Mexico in the RV. Okay. You should do it. I mean, I think the RV content's better than like the normal stuff, obviously. So go ahead and do that with Grace if you want. I also, to be upfront, I'm not like where you're going in Mexico is nowhere near where I am. Like I live 30 hours away from that, like in Mexico. So just saying. Do you think Ben Thorpe is a narcissist? Okay. Do you think Ben Thorpe is a narcissist? Yeah. Ben Thorpe says, do you think Wright is a gay loser? No, just a loser. Just a loser. Okay. Improve Fair says, Grace Thorpe TikTok song, Don't Go Insane. What the fuck does that even mean? You're not going to Mexico with Grace? Okay, cool. Ride, can you tell us all the ways that Ben Thorpe shows narcissistic? No, dude, I don't care enough. Like you can have something be true and then me not give a shit, right? Like if Ben shat himself in the morning, I wouldn't care, but it could be true. Like I could say, Ben, from what I can tell, is a narcissist. Do I even care? And is that even a bad thing? I don't even know because obviously, like Kanye West is narcissistic. It works. Trump is narcissistic. It works. And you could do this whole thing of like, well, they're not actually that. They're just like this. Who cares, nigga? Colloquial sense, okay? colloquially. Like, for example, if I were to see some fucking Chinese guy and he's 5'5", I say, hey, you're short. Well, actually, in Jiangdong province, it's actually average height. I don't care, man. Whatever, just deal with it. Okay, back to it. Wait, okay. Catching up with chat again. We've heard you don't need to bring a passport to enter Mexico from the US. Yes. Okay, and again, I don't want you to get stuck there. Well, actually, that'd be funny. But like, as far as I know, you don't need the passport to go in. Yeah, that's true. Okay, I promise you, as far as I remember, you don't need to show identification when you're crossing Mexico. No, that's true. Only brown people need passports? Okay. Turns out you don't need much to enter the USA from Mexico too. No, you do need a lot. No, you do need a lot. Now, granted, I'm brown, so like obviously when I'm coming in, they do need the ID. Okay, here's how it goes actually. Because I crossed the border last week. What you need to do is when you cross and you're getting interviewed, they're gonna be like, "Oh, what's your name? Oh, who's in the car? Oh, that's your mom. Okay, that's your dad. Okay, that's your sister. Okay. Oh, look at the dog. Wow, it's so cute. Oh, what's the dog's name? Oh, hey, honey. What's your middle school? Oh, really? How was your class last time? Like they'll ask you questions to see how well you speak English, so they can ascertain whether or not you're an illegal. Yeah, because if you're ethnically ambiguous, like my family is, then obviously that comes into question. Now, Ben, they most likely smell him from far away, and they say like, "Oh, wow, that's a tall white guy. Okay, he's probably white." Ben Thorpe. Oh, okay. That's it. And they let you go. Obviously, they probably wouldn't even ask you questions. So yeah, white people probably do have an easier time, rightfully so, getting into the country. You see some fucking black guy too. Again, probably not a Mexican. Let him in. Yeah. Okay. That's crazy. And a Mexican says improve fare. Oh, okay. Interesting. Improve fare says, is Mexico safe? Yeah, in my opinion, it is safe. Again, I'm not white though. Like most likely, if you are white, then you're more likely to get mugged. But you don't know. I mean, like with Ben, he's a big guy. I don't think people would try to fuck with him, to be honest. So controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. This is actually true. Again, this is a very big political thing. If you read about the inflation crisis they had in 1920s Argentina, you're gonna understand the point I'm making. Yeah. So yes, inflation is way more important than unemployment. Yes, because inflation can be as high as like 100%. Unemployment can never get 100%. Burp. Okay. Okay. Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. True. No, actually, that's fucking gay. No, because if you think about it, it's in the business interest to plant the trees that they're going to cut down because obviously they need their business to survive. You do need some regulations, but by and large, you can get rid of the vast majority of them and everything would be fine. From each according to his ability to each according to his need is fundamentally a good idea. Obviously not, because that would necessitate that, let's say, a doctor who produces $20,000 a month to the economy only needs $5,000 per month, but the guy who's working at a grocery store also gets $5,000 a month for his need, even though he only contributes like $1,600 to the economy. That doesn't make sense. I think the economy should be stratified. It should be rich people at the top, poor people at the bottom, based off of the productivity of them. You could have a social safety net, of course, but it gets a little liberal a lot of times. So this is a communist idea. I think this is a quote from either Marx or Frederick Engels. So I don't like that at all. The freer the market, the freer the people. I agree to a point. Obviously, China liberalized its economy. It's not much freer than it was 50 years ago. Whereas in places like South Korea, it actually did free the people, or in South Vietnam, it freed the people, or when you're talking about Taiwan, same thing. Japan got more free. So, yeah, freer the market, the freer the people. Most of the time, there's exceptions, hence why it's agree, not strongly agree. It's a sad reflection that in our society that something as basic as drinking water is now a bottled, branded consumer product. I strongly disagree. Obviously, if you can sell it for cheaper than it is for the government to distribute it, then it's fine. You've never heard of somebody dying of thirst in America because that's obviously not a problem. So who fucking cares if it's that essential? Land shouldn't be a commodity that's bought and sold. I strongly disagree. Obviously, land needs to be sold. If the government were to control all of it, that's ridiculous. I mean, that's just a stupid thing to say. We have some chats. Um, Homeless Grace Thorpe says, less Lalo, more Craig. Well, yeah, so Grace can call me and I'll answer it. Or she can DM me first because I don't have notifications on for Discord. So if she. Okay. I'm hungry. Um, Cavity search on Ben Thorpe could be a big mule. That's funny. Enough Lalo. This is why 14 people are here. Okay, says homeless Grace Thorpe. South Vietnam is not a country. Okay, now you're just being a smartass. The economy of South Vietnam is more liberal than that of North Vietnam, hence why the distinction in regards to the parallel when they got separated when the Americans had left the country. Yeah? So South Vietnam is more fair and prosperous than the North. Therefore, the freer the market, the freer the people. Of course. Okay. When people go from America to Vietnam, they're going to Saigon, they're going to the places that are the most liberal, hence the South, hence why I demarcate the difference in the country with the South versus the North. Obviously, you fucking dingus. Okay. Um. So Ben is saying you're thinking of Korea. No, I'm not thinking of Korea. I'm not thinking of Korea. Korea is different because those are two distinct countries. I'm saying that there's a difference between a country that is stratified by the communist hegemony in the north versus the south, even though they're the same thing. It's a little more complicated than you're giving it credit for, okay? It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their society. I used to be a little more libertarian on this. I used to be of the opinion that basically people who make money, regardless of how they make it, are benefiting the economy. I don't see it that way anymore, actually. I'll strongly agree because there's too many people making money off of crypto, which I don't think is good. Crypto's gay. It doesn't do anything, and it's a bunch of gimmicky shit anyway. So I'm like against Wall Street. I think it's cool actually. Like the whole like Wolf of Wall Street, the hot wife, the secretaries you bang, the prostitutes, the coke, the beer. I think that's all cool in a hedonistic sense, of course. But the actual like stock trading is super gay. There's a great movie with where the antagonist name is Gordon Gekko. It's so good. It's so fucking good. I forget what it's called. I think it's called Wall Street with Charlie Sheen. It's so good. That whole aesthetic I love, but day trading in and of itself is horrible. Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade. Well, honestly, I would say yes, of course. Now, protectionism isn't good for the economy writ large. That is true. That's like actually scientifically proven, like in a libertarian sense. Yes, true. That being said, there are trade offs that you need to do in the economy for certain human rights. Okay. So, like, for example, if a steel industry is super important to one place, yeah, you can cannibalize the bottom line of every other place in the country for the sake of prospering in that one place. It's kind of convoluted to explain it that way, but it's true. Or, like, for example, if all the chips for all their technology is made in China, it's important to outsource that to someplace else that's more friendly, be it Sri Lanka, be it Taiwan, be it Brazil or China, or ideally in America. You could say, well, it would make the iPhone like $50 more expensive to outsource it, and that's economically not good. Okay, sure. But politically and national security wise, it's of the utmost important to put in protectionist tariffs on places like China, as did Trump, which is why it worked out for him. Okay. The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver a profit to its shareholders. I basically agree. You could say like, oh, well, it should be like pro human rights. It shouldn't be homophobic. Nah, that's stupid. All this like DEI bullshit. All this like woke stuff. Obviously, you don't need to deliver anything but profit. Clearly, obviously, the rich are too highly taxed. I agree with this strongly. You look into what the rich are taxed, and it's a lot. And what's more is that the rich people that have loopholes usually for good reasons. Now, these loopholes include like investing on capital, investing back into their own business. That grows the economy exponentially. Okay, that's important. This whole closing the loopholes thing is a bunch of poor people cope. Most people that say close the loopholes can't name 5 of the loopholes or deductions. When you are around rich people long enough, you'll realize all the stress that is involved and you feel bad for them, actually. That's the truth. So yeah, the rich are too highly taxed. Now, there are some things you would want to get rid of, right? So for example, if Bill Gates is not paying taxes because he's giving back to his own like charitable fund, obviously that is a bullshit little thing in the government and that ought to be gotten rid of. Yes. But everything else should be allowed, basically. Okay. Hold on. The whole of Vietnam was taken by the North, though. I'm confused. Yes, but there's a difference in so much as there is like basically the regional economies are different because there's tourism in the South. They allow more Americanized influence, and so it just is different. Politically, it's the same thing though. Okay. We just have a bunch of Ben and other people seething that I'm not talking about. Dr. Carolyn. I don't care about Dr. Carolyn. Again, I said with the Craig thing, I'm willing to talk to Grace about it if she messages me about it, and she hasn't yet. So that's up to her. I don't care. Okay, cool. Those with the ability to pay should have higher access to standards of medical care. Obviously, yes. There's an argument like, oh, everybody should be. No, no, fuck them. Fuck them. Past a certain level. Like, if you want a BBL, if you want a fucking Brazilian butt lift, then you got to pay for it, obviously. Or even how long you're going to be left into like how long you should be left in a coma should be dependent on how much money you're making, obviously. Yeah. Government should penalize businesses that mislead the public. Yeah, sure. Again, this could be taken. This could be carried away, just like with everything in regard to the government. But in paper, yes, a genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies. Um. Uh. So again, a monopoly only exists because of the government. This is actually a lesson I learned a long time ago. There's a series by the academic agent about how monopolies, like in a libertarian, fiscally conservative context, only exist because of the government doing something fucked up and then having to correct it later. So I would disagree with the premise, but because in actuality we're dealing with a government that is like crony capitalist and not completely clean, there will be monopolies not because of capitalism, but because of the intervention therein of the government. Therefore, you need some sort of intervention to fix that. Okay, we're halfway there. That's a hard question because Wright says, man, I'm tired of talking. Wright says that's a hard question because it depends on how you define rich. Multimillionaires find loopholes to pay next to no taxes, but those only making up to $1 million are way too overtaxed. That is also true. While they're still under his parents' medical insurance. Yep. Joe Shabatoni says, put an exclamation on your name. It's more festive in Mexican. Lalo. I find that tacky. Okay, cool. Okay. Abortion, when the woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal. Yes. It's not that complicated. Just straight up ban it. Okay. All authority should be questioned. Yes. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I don't agree with this at all. That's just like, this is not civilized at all. Taxpayers should be not expected to prop up any theaters or museums that cannot survive on a commercial basis. I disagree. There's some shit that people aren't interested in, but they will be later on. So, of course, you need to preserve some of the stuff. Like, for example, stuff that people find interesting, like World War II stuff, is interesting because it's 80 years old, right? It wouldn't be that fascinating in 1957. Hence why, like, if people cannot prop up like a Iraq War museum, I mean, it's because it's new. But like in 50 years, I think people would be interested in that sort of thing. So yeah, there is some stuff that the government could fund. Schools should not make classroom attendance compulsory. I disagree. I think most people that don't go to class should go to class. And there's an argument to be made like, oh, it's a tyrannical liberal government indoctrinated our kid with trans ideology. And it's like, nah, it's not really like that. And second of all, most kids that are not going to school are not like these white bread, like Amish people. No, it's like Tyrone or it's like Juanito, whose parents don't give a shit about him, some white trash, parents that don't take care of their kids that are latchkey kids and they're not going to school. They should be forced to go to school because like otherwise they're going to get into stupid shit. All people have their rights, but it's better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. I guess like efficiency wise, if you were to just like segregate everybody, then things would be like more clean. Like, insofar as like there's less conflict, sure. But I just disagree with the premise because like you shouldn't ban people from seeing each other based off of, let's say, race or their own kind or whatever euphemism you want to use. Plus, people self-segregate off of like what they like, obviously. So, good parents sometimes have to spank their children. I agree with this. There's a whole Stefan Molyneux argument as to like, oh, I don't hit my kids. That's gay. Like you should be able to hit your kids. You spare the rod, you spare the. I mean, no. You spare the rod, you spoil the child. So yeah, the rod has to come out sometimes. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents. I agree with this. It's natural. Now, is it good? No, but I mean, there's some stuff that is just kind of like awkward to talk about, even if it's okay. Like you wouldn't say like, oh, dad, I slept with this chick like 2 weeks ago. That's awkward. So like, no. Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offense. Look, I used to be anti-weed before I tried it, but frankly, I don't know. I think it should be criminal for everybody that isn't me. It's like the way I view it. Okay, it's just like stoners are gay, but there were stoners before it was legal. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. Check with chat. Okay. Lalo, what was your SAT score? I didn't have to do an SAT score because of COVID, so I just didn't do it. But, oh no! Actually, wait. When I was in sophomore year of high school, I did do the practice SAT and I got a 1260 out of 1600, maybe. So yeah, I did the practice one, but the SAT I didn't have to do. I didn't have to do the ACT to get into school. Hence why I didn't get into as good of a school because I never applied to other ones because I just said I'm gonna stay in school. I'm gonna stay at home because to spend out of state is like up the ass. I'm not gonna do that. Um, if they can learn, if they can learn information by showing up 3 days a week, then why have to go 5 days? Okay, that's true, but I'm saying 90% of the kids that are not going to school 5 days a week are not the sort of like prodigy kids that are only going 3 days. No, it's mostly like ghetto children, like dumb people, uneducated, poor people. Those people are not the ones that are like abstaining because they're smart. No, that's retarded, right? Um, is your real first name white or Mexican? Lalo is Latino. Kind of. It's Spanish. Okay. Access to whites is not a human right. That's a funny way to put it. Bucket. Grace Thorpe says Lalo loves the rod. See, again, it's not funny. Like she thinks that's cute. He loves the rod. I'm so clever. Doesn't work. Possessing anything should not be criminal. You should be able to own anything. Are you sure? Ride. Are you sure you want to go on the record as saying that? Owning anything should be okay. Owning anything. I don't know about that. 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 That's a little weird. Uh, Opus Don says, "What about nuclear weapons or cheese pizza?" That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Should be able to own everything. So possessing. Okay, look. Here's the way I'll slightly disagree. Okay, it should be criminal on paper to own weed. This is why. There's a video by this YouTuber called Actual Justice Warrior who I met. Very autistic white guy. Well, sort of. He's like half Puerto Rican, right? This guy basically points out that virtually nobody's prosecuted for having weed. It's just that when people are prosecuted with like having an illegal gun in their car and they get searched and Tyrone happens to have an ounce on him, they'll throw that on there too. Not because they want to charge him with marijuana possession, but just because they want to have him in prison for longer. Or because when they're trying to negotiate a plea deal, they add as many charges as they possibly can as to then get the defense attorney or the state defense to basically acquiesce to whatever the court wants, the prosecution wants. And so it's a complicated legal thing. Yeah. But I think overall, like if I were caught with weed, I wouldn't get arrested for it because they'd be like, okay, this guy's actually a good person. No. Now, if you rob a store and you have weed on you, you will go to jail for weed. But that's good because in general, you should go to jail for longer sentences, obviously. Tropes. Lawless secret from his parents. He has tried alcohol. No, that's not a secret. Joe Shabatoni says 33% of black men have a felony conviction. Thoughts? I didn't know it was that high. I thought it was like 20%. But yeah, I already knew this. People had to be propagandized that weed is bad. We essentially know cheese pizza is bad. That's true. I said your real first name, not your Spanish, not your online moniker. My entire name is Spanish. Like Eduardo is Spanish, yeah? I mean, it's like Edward, but Spanish. The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find jobs. I agree with this. Why? Because you could say, oh, well, you should endow the kids with the Aristotelian principles and you should actually give them philosophy. No, first of all, most people are too stupid to understand this. But what's more is that obviously most people need to be cogs in the machine. The ones that are actually excellent will transcend that and read on their own and figure shit out. And if they know how to read and do stuff like that, which school is there to do, then they can get a job and then be smart outside of that. To like waste time on philosophy or whatever else on kids that otherwise are not like creative minded is just stupid. When people don't have an internal monologue, what they're best at is to work a fucking job. Okay, bottom line. That's the best way for the economy to work. People with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce. Sure. Now, obviously, there's like, oh, it's eugenics. I mean, the two obviously retarded people want to have a kid. That's horrible. Now, how would the government police that? I don't know. Like, would it be a mandatory abortion, which I'm against? Or would it be like, okay, you're an adult with Down syndrome. You're going to come get your balls clipped or whatever. That's a little far. I'm not sure, but I vibe with the idea of like, okay, like if you have HIV, like don't have kids, like come on, what the fuck are you thinking? Because those people are a liability, obviously. That being said, if you have a kid with Down syndrome, you're gonna love them, and that's fine. But for the rest of us, it's like that's annoying. Okay. I mean, honestly, with midgets, it's the same thing, right? Like, if you're so short, do you really want to reproduce, or are you gonna take one for the team and maybe adopt and just like help everybody out, right? Obviously, the most important thing for children to learn is to accept discipline. Sure, of course. There's no savage or civilized peoples. There's only different cultures. This is the most Starbucks white woman Seattle Antifa nonsense ever. Fuck no. Of course not. That's like saying that, there's no Casanovas or creeps. It's just different Riz. It's like, no, dude. If you suck, you suck. You just suck. Read chat. so only so only brown people should be jailed for possession. No, I'm just saying people that are like in the commission of another crime. I like the idea of having it as like an extra buffer for plea agreements. Yes, that's like what I meant. Okay. Children should go to school for the basics. The reminder of adolescence should be spent learning a trade. Actually, that's what the Germans do, and the Germans have a great economy. Just that I wouldn't want to do a trade, so that's my only disagreement with that. Um, Joe Shabatoni says Lalo gives young DeSantis energy. Grace will make a great beard / First Lady of Arizona. Okay, that's very insulting. Fuck you. Is Vivek still in the running? Yes, he is. He's at fourth place. He's at 4% of the vote. I think Christie's slightly ahead in Iowa. I think, or maybe it's New Hampshire. Trope says Lalo can be the first single president for all 4 years. That's funny. Improve Fryer says all Eddies are trouble. Well, nobody calls me Eddie. They call me Lalo. Oh, fuck. My voice cracked. They call me Lalo. My voice is dry. A trade or other endeavor at which they excel. I agree with that. That's fine. Of course. Okay. Cool. Those who are able to work and refuse the opportunity should not expect society support. I agree. What? Strongly agree. Obviously. Like, it shouldn't be okay for you to be 30 living with your parents, obviously. When you are troubled, oh, and also, like, there's a subculture of people, and this is not America, but like in Sweden, where it's like, oh, I have my PlayStation, you have your little apartment, you have your fast food, and you don't have to work and you get welfare. That shouldn't exist. Obviously not. When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things. I disagree. Obviously, if you can deal with your issue, you should deal with it. But yeah, I mean, obviously. Yeah, I strongly disagree. First generation immigrants can never be fully integrated within their new country. So either this means like people that come from Mexico to America can never be fully integrated, or the son of that person. So let's say I consider myself first generation, but I could be second. It depends on how you count it. Can never be fully integrated. I kind of agree. Obviously, you have enough of the other culture to be like that. Granted, there's a lot of people in my position with Spanish speaking parents that only speak English. That does exist. I'm obviously not fully integrated into the American facet. I really do still like Mexico, obviously. And I forgo a lot of opportunities when I'm in Mexico. When I'm in Mexico, I'm forgoing being in America, which actually pisses everybody off in America because I could be doing stuff with them. Like I'll be hit up by my friends and they'll be like, hey, I'm in town because obviously I have friends from high school that go to college other places and they're here for like maybe 10 days and I'm not even here. So like I miss out on a lot of opportunities by going to Mexico, but I prefer that. I prefer being with my family over my friends. Okay, that's like that okay, that's me. Now you could say you're not fully integrated. Okay, fine, fuck it. Who cares? We ball. I don't give a fuck. Suffa. I don't know. Lalo, are you going to be wearing the DeSantis boots? No, but I would like to try them. If they give you 6 inches, that could be like that tall. Holy shit. How do you get Lalo from Eduardo? Eduardo, okay. Let me look it up for you. This is actually kind of cool. Hold on. So if you look up Lalo comes from, and then you'll get it. Oh wait, I'm getting Breaking Bad references. Lalo name comes from. Okay, here you go. All right. The masculine name Lalo is rooted in Spanish and Portuguese and translates to rich guard or rich guardian or guardian of wealth. Whoa. Lalo originates as a diminutive of Eduardo, a Spanish or Portuguese transliteration of English Edward, which means rich guard. So that checks out, right? So Lalo is short for Eduardo, Eladio, Gerardo, Vinscalo, and Gonzalo. There you go. So yeah. Uh, yeah. So Eduardo is Lalo. Yeah, I was right. Coolio. All right. Comments. How is your mother's and father's hairline? I need to know your political prospects. Well, my mom has a normal hairline, I guess, and then my dad has a pretty good hairline. He's not balding, so yeah. I think I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I have like 10 uncles, and like 2 of them went bald though, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see. My grandpa was losing his hair, but he was like 70 or 80 years old when he died, so I think that's fine. As long as I'm over 50 and still have my hair, we're good. At that point, I don't give a shit. And to be honest, if you get married and you start balding, it's not like your wife is going to leave you. It's already too late. It's already too gradual of a process to leave. But okay. If I were to bald, though, I would be fucked. So thank God we still have the hair. All right. What's good for most people and corporations is always ultimately good for us. No, because corporations are based off of profit. Now, what generates income and money is not always good, right? Like, for example, like Pornhub and like MindGeek, I think is like the company that runs the entirety of like pornography or whatever on the internet. Now, that's a successful corporation, I would say, but is that good for society? No. You know, if dispensaries had a conglomerate, would that be good for society if the corporation succeeds? No, it's a degenerate thing. So no, disavow. No broadcasting institution, however independent the content, should receive public funding. I agree with this. When I'm driving, and you know how like it'll take like 15 seconds for the Bluetooth to connect to your phone. So before I'm blasting Drake in my car or Eminem or something, they've got fucking NPR playing on the car, right? Okay, well NPR is stupid as shit. It's like the most white people centrist fence sitting, but like liberally slanted shit ever. It's like CNN circa 2012. It's like Bill Maher level. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of counterterrorism. I agree. A little bit. A significant advantage of the one party state is that it avoids arguments that delay progress in the democratic political system. I agree. I mean, that's pragmatically true. Yeah, obviously. Although the electronic age makes surveillance, this is bad though. One party state sucks, but it saves time. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. I disagree because obviously it's just creepy. Like for example, I could be reading a book about I could be reading the Bible, and I could have my dad sitting right there, and that would be kind of weird. Like it's like what are you expecting me to like look up? Like am I supposed to acknowledge people's existence? And that's just like a basic tenement, right? Like for example, when somebody's walking behind you in the library, you're kind of cognizant of like, oh wait, there's somebody right there. Not because you have anything to worry about, but because it's just a little bit weird. It's just a little bit weird. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Bucket says, so if you call a random Mexican Lalo, chances are he will respond. I'd say like a good 2% of people in Mexico are called Lalo. So did your teachers call me Lalo? Yeah, almost all of them did. The death penalty should be an option for most serious crimes? Yes, of course. In a civilized society, one must always be. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. That's the way I like it. Abstract art doesn't represent anything at all and should not be considered art. I agree. Just like, oh, look, I splooshed all over a fucking canvas. Now that's art? No, of course not. In criminal justice, punishment should be more important than rehabilitation. I agree in principle, because if you commit a crime as an adult that's cognizant of what he's doing, then clearly you are the problem. You owe it to society to not do that. Society doesn't owe you their taxpayer money, as innocent workers in society paying taxes towards your rehabilitation. Granted, would you like to rehabilitate these people so they don't recidivize? Yes, but a lot of people are too far gone. Okay, so that's the way I see it. It's a waste of time to try to rehabilitate some criminals. Of course. Of course. Like for example, if you catch a pedophile the 5th time that he does something and he's somehow not in jail forever, why are you even trying to fix him? Fuck him. End it. And cut them off from reality. Like, what the hell are we talking about here? Should we, if we locked up Osama bin Laden, oh, let's rehabilitate you? Fuck no. That's good content, but no. The business, there's in Baptist theology, there's something called the reprobate doctrine that I can think of, where if you're so bad as a person, you're not fixable. Like the Pharaoh hardens his heart to the Lord to an extent. That's the same thing that people do sometimes. Like if you're literally a child molester in your 50s, do you honestly think you can repent of that? And have you ever seen that ever happen? I can't think of a single time somebody's done something so heinous and actually like repents for reals. And even if they do, can you honestly trust them? Because forgiveness is about trusting. It's to say like, okay, I will forget for all intents and purposes that you did something like that. I forgive you. I can see that you acknowledge your mistake. I love you. It's okay. Can you honestly trust a pedophile around children, even if they are sorry about it? No, you cannot. That is fucking retarded. So if you can't forgive somebody, can they be rehabilitated? Probably not. So are they reprobate? Yes, probably. Okay. You can be so sick in the head that at some point you got to say that, you know what? It's over. You're done. So yes, reprobate doctrine is real. It's a waste of time to rehabilitate some people. Yes, of course. Okay, the business person and the manufacturer are more important than the writer and the artist. I agree, only because obviously technically you need the money to get anywhere. So yeah. Mothers may have careers, but their duty is to be homemakers. Yes. First duty, of course. All politicians promise economic growth, but we should be heeding the warnings of climate change. No, fuck that. I don't care about that. Making peace with the establishment is an important aspect of maturity, of course. Okay. Shout out Piss Christ. What does that even mean? Improved Frere says, I have a stereotype name like Pancho Lopez or Francisco Lopez. Okay, cool. Dun 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 dun. George Lopez. All right. Astrology accurately explains many things. No, it doesn't. Astronomy does, though. I respect astronomy. That's a very complicated thing. And I took a class on that like 3 years ago. 2 years ago. It was fantastic. You cannot be moral without being religious. I guess. Technically, yes. This is a whole white people debate. Like, well, I'm a really nice guy and like I'm a vegan. It's like, okay, yeah, okay, you're a sweetheart, but you're not technically moral. Okay, fine. To me, morality is like the bar. Like, can you be a lawyer without passing the bar? Obviously not, but can you like still know everything about law, still act like a lawyer and do everything aside from being a lawyer? Yes. It's like the same thing. Charity is better than Social Security as a means of helping the genuinely disadvantaged. I agree. Yeah, obviously a charity would be better at like knowing what the problems are and then addressing them properly, like at a smaller scale. It works that way with everything. Yeah, but at the same time, can you trust on people to donate enough? Like for example, if you were to not tax people for Social Security, would they be charitable in other means? No, right? Like for example, if you have a guy and you say, okay, well, we're gonna not tax you $800 a month for Social Security. Do you think he's gonna spend $800 on other people? No. Some people are naturally unlucky. This is a good one. I disagree. I don't like the premise to think that you're unlucky is gay because it's self-defeating and it's dispiriting and black-pilled. That being said, though, obviously, if you're born with a deformity, you're born blind, you're born missing limbs, you're born short, you're born whatever, clearly there are disadvantages. That being said, you can triumph them over everything. Sorry, I'm saying that in this country, you can do whatever you want within reason. It is important that my child's school instills religious values. I agree with that. No, not really. I agree with that. It's to a point, though, obviously, because before in the 50s, you had a religious dogma that was kind of like not even Catholic or Protestant. It was just a vague sense of Christianity. And I like that. I like the prayer in school. I think that's cool. That being said, obviously, if you take it too far, then you're going to get into like the denominations and like, well, what if there's a Jew in school? What if there's an atheist? So basically, I like it the way it was several decades ago, but that's it. Page 6. Let's fucking go. Piss Christ is art, bro. Oh, I'm not looking that up, though. Sex outside of marriage is usually immoral. I agree. Okay, this is a good one. So this is the sex page. Page 6. 6, they say. All right. So sex outside of marriage is usually immoral. I would say yes. I mean, I don't know how you could disagree with that. Obviously, it's usually a bad thing to have premarital sex. It actually always is a bad thing, but obviously, it's unreasonable to like desist. Like most people that are like, "Oh, it's so bad to do," like you don't get pussy, so like obviously you would say no. It's like me with weed or alcohol. Like I used to be very against it until you try it and you say like, "Okay, it's not that bad. Actually, I like it." Now, is it a good thing? I'll acknowledge it's not the right idea. It's not the right thing to do, but there's a little bit of like having fun as like a guy in early 20s, late teens. Okay, fuck around a little bit. Okay, fine. So, a same sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the possibility of child adoption. Fuck no. They should not be able to adopt at all. No, nope, no, full stop. Fuck no. Of course not. Pornography depicting consenting adults should be legal for the adult population. Again, this is a really difficult one. I think that in principle, maybe it should be allowed, but like constitutionally, it should be allowed. But that being said, I don't think it's good for people. And so if you could actually ban it, that'd be good. That would be good. If you could, like theoretically, if you could ban it, that'd be good. That being said, like, do I not like? Obviously, it would be hypocritical for me to be like, oh, I've never done it. Like, no, a lot of people see it. Okay, fine, concede that, sure. But is it bad? Yes. So ideally, would you ban it? Sure. But are we gonna? No. So I don't know. Should it be legal? No. Do I strongly disagree? Of course not, because legally it should be allowed. As far as I know, it's legally protected. That being said, it's not good. But I'd be lying if doesn't have some appeal, if it isn't kind of cool, depending on what you watch, obviously. That being said, it's not good for you. Yeah, it's like McDonald's. Does it taste good? Sure, but is it good for you? No. So what goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the state. I kind of agree, kind of don't. I say that because most people that bring up this talking point are talking like, oh, a private bedroom with two gay guys or like a gay orgy, that's private. And they're consenting adults. So it shouldn't be illegal. Whereas I don't like that sort of sentiment, but I could see why. I'll say agree because honestly, like, how could you even police a private bedroom? And given how society's becoming more liberal, in fact, it's like the heterosexuals that might be discriminated against eventually. So like, you might as well just keep it private and call it 50-50 on that. But this whole like, oh, consenting adults thing is super gay to me. Like, oh, as long you can have a gay orgy as long as it's consenting adults. It's like, no, that's disgusting. Don't do that. Gross. Don't stop it. Knock it off. It's time to stop. No one can feel naturally homosexual. Um. Oh, okay. So this is asking. No one can be born gay. I agree. I don't think anybody's born gay. Now there are some like because think about it, gay people have been trying to find like, oh, this is the gene that makes you gay. No, that has not been found. Number one, two. When they do try to bring that up, it's like, oh well, there's like a correlation. Like if you have so and so genes, you're predisposed. But you could say the same thing about narcissism or sociopathy. But at the end of the day, you're made that way. You're not born that way. Now, can you have some leanings? Yes, like you can have an addictive personality based off of your genotype or phenotype, or you could say like overall that like, oh well, my dad's an alcoholic, so therefore no. I mean, you still have a choice at the end of the day. And so to concede that like, oh, you're born gay, that's fucking destructive as shit, even if it is true, which I don't think it is. So obviously you're not born gay. Now, and it's conflated too, because obviously you're not born with a conscious, like a 2-month old doesn't know they're attracted to women, obviously. But like when you're 5, you get an idea. So like, oh, I have a crush on this girl in my kindergarten class, obviously. So that's why a lot of people say like, oh, I was born gay because like when I was 5, I liked a boy. But I mean, obviously that's your first memory because it was actually your first memory. Like it's not because you were born that way. You just figured it out as you were going on. For example, you could like candy as a 5-year-old, but you weren't born liking candy. You just happened to like it, and that was your first memory of ever trying it when you were 3. But okay. Homeless Grace Thorpe says Grace is such a bad streamer. She squandered all opportunities she's been lucky enough to be given. Well, can you elaborate on that? Improve Fair says, if you're born evil, just lean into it anyway. The Illuminati runs America. I don't think the Illuminati is a red herring in my opinion. Um, Homeless Grace Orb says, can you even stream about Craig has to huddle in a private VC where she doesn't turn it into content? I mean, that is kind of true. The gay accent is real and you have it, Lalo. I mean, I could see why you think that, but I don't. Bucket says porn has a net negative on society effect. The only profit is for slimy, greasy fucks that promote it. Yeah, obviously. And Proof Rare says, if you were to vote for Trump, but they decide he's off the ballot, did you waste your vote? Well, technically, yeah, of course, but I would still vote for him. Jadeite McSwag says, lol. Yeah, I mean, it is funny, this whole thing going on. Okay. Hold on. Let me check my messages real quick. I'm reading something. Okay, cool. All right, we're caught up. Oh, wait. Elaborate question mark. She landed on Destiny and ended up with less viewers than before she went on there. It's not squandering. What is? Okay. Oh yeah, no. Yeah. You're right about the Destiny thing. Ben and Grace did fuck that up because they went hostile against Ben. And actually, what's funny is that happened before I was involved, but then I caught the very tail end where Grace was narking on Destiny for doing MDMA and then bragging about it on social media. And I specifically told her not to do that. Blew up in her face. Obviously, she got blocked or whatever. That's her fault. Yeah, that's true. She did squander that, but she does really try hard. And I know that, obviously, because we talk about that sort of thing. And yeah, no, she does try with the content. She's the one that tells me to try harder. So, no, does she squander opportunities? Yes, but she's, she's a little crazy, which is fun. But I mean, yeah. So, does she squander stuff? Yes. I'm like tripping over my words more than usual because I talk so much that I'm like, you know. Have you guys ever ridden a bike so fast, like 20 miles an hour, where like the chain kind of like stops moving for a second and it kind of like it goes like this? That's me when I talk sometimes. I'm like going too fast and like my polyps in my throat are hurting. Okay. Okay, let's see this also. So Grace is a field streamer. Homeless Grace Thorpe also says she also squandered her opportunities with Ethan Ralph. Not really. Homeless Grace Thorpe says she hung her hat on Darius, another field streamer. Dude, you're retarded. Grace never hung her hat with Darius. She's just friends with Darius, and he so happens to be a streamer. She didn't really use him like she did use him for content at the beginning, but they became friends afterwards. Okay. These days, openness about sex has gone too far. I would say yes. Okay. You know why? I was watching the NFL, and there was ads of Megan Thee Stallion like half naked, like doing Planet Fitness ads or something. And while I think she's really hot, it's also distasteful because imagine if I were watching it with like my 12-year-old daughter and she starts twerking or something. I mean, it's just kind of like I don't like that shit. So I strongly agree. I think the sex thing has gone too far. Of course. Okay. Oh, hold on. We have another thing here. The few times she has some content worthy topics. She does nothing, i.e., Craig. Well, Grace says she's going to stream about it later today. So wait until then to start bitching. Okay. Well, we're going to let Grace cook. She's doing other shit right now, I guess. Okay. Over an hour and 20 minutes later, do we have our fucking result? Okay, prepare. Okay, Saudi Arabia's here, Singapore. Okay, get your ideas. Mind you, I usually get around here. When I do the test. The most leftist I've ever gotten is here. When I was in high school, I got here because I used to be very like pro tariff, pro conservative, like not communism, but like I used to be a lot more. There's a political ideology originated by the Catholic Church called distributism. I used to be a lot more amenable to that sort of thing. So I was over here. But nowadays I'm like over here. We have another comment. Homeless Grace Thorpe says she's not going to follow through with the stream about fuck, I'm so tired. Okay, she's not going to follow through on the stream about Craig Lalo. She has zero follow through. She's lazy and unmotivated. No, I think she's just kind of like insecure and anxious. She's not lazy. She does streams all the fucking time. I honestly would struggle to do as much as she does because talking this much is exhausting and I talk faster than normal. It's crazy. Whereas with Grace, she does have it a little easier because number one, she has more chats to read, so she can like feed off of it. But what's more so is that she goes, okay, now what? And like that. So like I don't have a Cope cigarette. Okay. Okay, let's read comments. Red Eagle Politics says, only OGs remember the red quad Lalo. True. Dude, I am hungry as fuck. Your reading skills help your speaking skills. Okay, true. Homeless Grace Thorpe says, unless she's crying about her parents, she has no content. That's pretty funny. She's a woman. She barely has to talk on streams. That's true. Bucket Food says, lol. All right, let's get this fucking thing off the... Let's just get this on the road. Okay. Whoa. Who would have guessed it? Oh, shit. There you go. 3.38 economically right. 3.38 economically authoritarian or social authoritarian. There you go. There it is. There it is, folks. What do you guys think? Comment down below. That's decent, right? I mean, this is like normal. This is like social. And Grace, before I did this, was like, oh, you're going to lie on all the Questions. Why would I lie about them? Oh, because you want to be a politician later, nigga. First of all, I don't look. Who cares? I feel like they can clip anything I've said in the stream thus far, and I think reasonable people would say like, okay, that's not that crazy. Like for what the most controversial thing I said on this thus far is like, oh, gay people shouldn't adopt. Yes, or that Lalo's against gay orgies. True, true, all true. Yeah, fuck that. That's gross. Actually, personally, no thanks. But Homeless Grace Thorpe says she isn't smart and she isn't a good streamer. It might be harsh, but those are facts. I think you have a crush on Grace, TBH, Homeless Grace Thorpe. Okay, like ease off. Goddamn, bro. Let her cook. If she's like a mess, then okay, just deal with it, bro. I don't even know what to say. Like you care too much, and I know her way better than you. Like I'm way more involved, but like I don't care that much. Like you would only be seething so much in chat if you're disappointed because you like her. Okay, never get your hopes up. Like if Grace says something, don't get your hopes up. Right? Obviously. Okay. I'd like to date someone else seriously. Bringing oh yeah, so this is a test that was linked in our Discord earlier, and I was holding on to this. So let's do it. It's about monogamy or something. You have another comment, Hobo Thorpe. A crush because I don't simp like you do for her. Haha. What? Improve Fair says, when is the rap slash reading fast stream? I could do that whenever anybody wants. Go for a walk or something, says Rob. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Who gives a shit, bro? I'd like to date someone else seriously. Bringing them over and include them into my partner's life? Of course not. If the opportunity came up, I'd be down to go on a 3-day romantic vacation with attractive new people. No. I'd feel good about being in a relationship with someone who seriously dates someone else and brings them over. Fuck no. I have no interest in falling in love with someone besides my partner, even if it didn't reduce my love towards my partner. Yeah, why would you want to fall in love with somebody else? I wouldn't mind being in a relationship with someone who has anal sex with somebody else. No. I'm interested in the idea of sloppy makeouts with a stranger, not my partner, at a wild party. Sloppy makeouts with a stranger. I think that's cool, but the type of girl that would make out with you at a party is like the type that would make out with other guys, and that's like the off-putting part. But assuming that it's like a not a virgin, but like somebody who doesn't do that often, and like I'm the first one to do it that night, I would be down for that. But the idea of it is a little off-putting, so I'll put it as like a slight good thing. It's a little distasteful, but I think it's kind of hot. I'm not okay with my partner sexting people they met online. Yeah, I would not be okay with that. I'd be uncomfortable being in a relationship with someone who wanted to go to a swinger club with me. Well, yeah, obviously a swinger club. That's like switching part. No, fuck no. That's like Sneeko. I'd be no big deal. It'd be no big deal to date someone who flirts with other people. That's gay. No, because if a girl flirts a lot, that means she's dying for attention, which means she's full of problems and high maintenance. Okay. Like I wouldn't want to date Lav, for example. Yeah. Okay. Um, anyone who's constantly around an insane person is not going to be operating at optimal levels. I give Grace some leeway because her parents are fucking nightmare fuel. I see what you're saying. I give Grace a lot of leeway too because like at the end of the day, she has a lot of shit going on. Whatever. That's what they say, by the way. Whenever they run out of shit to say, they'll be like, whatever. I adopted that. Hobo Grace Thorpe says, I'm a simp. That's my role in Thorpe Corp. Okay. I mean, it's not true, but whatever. I wouldn't mind being in a relationship with someone who falls in love with someone else, even if it doesn't reduce their love towards me. Fuck no, that's horrible. It's not okay. First of all, so the assumption is that a girl can fall in love with another guy and also be as in love with me. That makes no sense. If a girl's really in love with me, she's gonna give me hours in the day to just me. She's gonna simp for me and suck my dick, stuff like that. She can't do the same thing with another guy unless you're being autistic. You're like, well, she calls me 3 hours a day and she calls Tyrone 3 hours a day. No, 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 no. Fuck that. Fuck that. A girl can't actually do that. And she can, she's a whore. Like Melina, obviously. It's not enjoyable to flirt with people besides my partner, even if my partner were fine with it. So would I? So I wouldn't enjoy flirting with somebody else. Um, I think I could enjoy flirting with another girl while I had a girlfriend that was okay with it. Yeah, I would enjoy that a little bit, sure, because there's a little bit of tension, obviously, like new novelty. Sure, fine. Okay, my natural inclination is to have fantasies about someone else beside my partner. Nope. I like to. I'm assuming I have a girlfriend for this. Okay. I like to keep contact with my exes. Um, who me? Would I like to keep in contact? A little bit because I'm curious. Because if you have an attachment with someone, then you want to know how they're doing because you invested yourself. And if you're as egotistical as I am, then obviously you want to know what your projects are doing, so to speak. But yeah, I'd happily. But it goes to a point though. Like obviously, like the girlfriends I had, like before puberty, I do not give a shit about them at all. But the ones after, I do care. Okay, I'd happily date someone who frequently likes or comments another person's. Wait, I'd happily date someone who frequently likes or comments on another's attractive person's suggestive social media post. No, of course not. That's hoe behavior. It's not that big of a deal, but I don't like that. I'd be inclined to break up with someone if they had a casual hookup with somebody else they aren't planning to stream again. Um, yeah, I would who cheated on me. No matter the context, I would cheat. Yeah, yeah. I'd be uncomfortable if my partner attended a sex positive workshop. Yeah, 100%. That's like the whitest shit ever. I could never. I don't think I could date someone who has had oral sex with somebody else. Who has? Okay, currently, yeah, of course. I have no interest in having a threesome. That's a good question. You were gonna ask me about Melina Hobothorpe. I think she's a whore. I think she's kind of hot though. Okay, she's like a 7, which is good. And people will say like Grace was like, "Oh, you're too like you're too harsh on Melina, like looks wise." But honestly, I mean, a 7 is still very bangable to me. I don't know what the fucking problem is. Yeah. Okay, you scored the same on the political compass as Obama. Oh well. Frankly, I'm the president of the United States, and my husband Michael Obama. Uh, uh, Sock accounts are worse than simps. If you gotta make a handle with someone's name in it, he's down bad, says Tropes. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. You know what, Tropes? Yeah, W Tropes. That's so true. Um, the ring is a contract. Yeah, exactly. Of course. Okay. I have no interest in having a threesome. Okay, so like in a perverted sense, would you want to have sex with your wife and another hot chick? Yeah, sure. But like, do I have in like would I have interest in pursuing that? No. And what's more, if my wife wanted to bring another guy in, that'd be fucking terrible. Like, obviously, no. So male, male, female, not gonna happen. Threesome, no. Now, if it's like my wife plus another hot girl and me, then again, in a perverted sense, that's cool. Like in a hedonistic sense, yes. Like doing cocaine, hookers, okay, I could see the appeal, sure, but I disavow that. That's not. First of all, that's not a good idea. Second of all, there's probably a lot of effort involved, and third, it's bad for your marriage, obviously, and it's a sin. 4, okay, not gonna do it. But so I'll put in neutral because obviously, if you have your wife, and they said also you can have sex with Margot Robbie, you're gonna have sex with like prime Jennifer Lopez or Sofia Vergara. That would be interesting, sure, but I mean, I wouldn't do that for real. Not wife, girlfriend. Okay, so if I had a girlfriend, would I have a threesome? No, because again, that's still ruin. I would only want to date a girl long term if it's I would only date a girl long term if it's for marriage, right? Whereas, so like I wouldn't put in another girl because that would complicate everything. It's a pain in the ass. If you actually go through the steps of like thinking it through, it's a really bad idea. That being said, if it's like two girls that I'm acquainted with that I'm not dating and they want a threesome, then obviously like that's a sin. I would on paper not do it, but would I like give in to the temptation? Most likely, yes. Okay, like if two swimsuit models came up and wanted it, obviously like what the fuck am I gonna say? That's just being honest. It just says relationship tropes. Yeah, okay. Leafy is here. Attack Melina's look says improve. Well, he roasts everybody. Okay, like he just has to make material out of nothing. I have no interest in having kids with someone else, even if I could still have kids with my partner if we both wanted to. I have no interest in having kids with somebody else, even if I could still have kids with my partner. Oh, so would I be interested in having kids with somebody who isn't my wife? Of course not. I'd be uncomfortable being in a relationship with someone who has sexual fantasies about somebody else. Yeah, of course. That's awful. I'd be uncomfortable being in a relationship with someone who goes on a 3-day romantic vacation with somebody else. Yeah, of course. I would like to have a casual hookup with someone I'm not really planning to see again. I really enjoy the sex. Okay. You don't want to date women who you're not going to potentially marry? I said long term. I mean long term as in longer than 6 months. Would I date a girl that I would fuck around with for 2 months? Sure. Knowing that I probably wouldn't make it long term, yes. But would I like actually hook up with a girl for X amount of time? No. Like, for example, there's guys that are my age that are going to date a girl for like 3 years and then dump her or whatever. That's not worth the time. But of course, like if I could have a fling that I date a girl, for like 6 weeks or something like that, that's cool. Key thing, bad for the marriage. Why piss in the drinking well? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, cool. All right. I would like to have a casual hookup with someone I'm not planning to see again, given I'll really enjoy the sex. Okay, again, on paper, I would not like this is a sin, disavow, but would I like to do that? Yeah, probably. To be completely honest, of course. Because let's expound upon this, okay? And again, it's important to demarcate this, okay? Not a good idea, but would I like it? Sure. Like, would I like a double patty, double bacon butter burger from Culver's with a cheesecake, Butterfinger, chocolate concrete mixer? Yes, 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 yes. I would want that so fucking bad. Yes. Now, is that like 1,500 calories? Do I really need the weight? No, but that would be fucking awesome. But do I really want to spend $15 on that? No. But if somebody gave me $20 and said, Lalo, you're at the Culver's, do you want it? Yes, nigga, even if it's bad for me, I'm being honest with myself and with the audience. So if I could have a casual hookup with an attractive girl and given I enjoy the sex, would I want to do that? Yes. All right, we're back. Yeah, my mic disconnected a little bit. All right. A sin? You're a red-blooded American male. No, it is a sin, but it's like not a big deal. Like for example, I could fuck a chick. It's been done before, and have it not really impact me a lot. Now, granted, the first time you do have sex, it is a big deal mentally, but like past that, it doesn't really matter that much, like in a negative sense. But I think hookup culture is bad. That being said, would I partake in it if given the chance? Yes, to be honest, but I can acknowledge it's bad. Wait, hold on. The thing is glitching. Okay, whatever. All right. To be honest, even if my sex life with my partner was vibrant and healthy, I'd still be interested in having sex with a new attractive person. I mean, I wouldn't know that because this is like asking if you are attracted to your wife and she's still sexy after 5 years of marriage, would you still want to have sex with a new person? I wouldn't know because I haven't done that, but I mean, in principle, I wouldn't want to be attracted to a new person. So, how does Israel justify pedophilia? They allow them to escape to Israel. I don't know what you're referring to exactly. I wouldn't like sexting with people else I met. Wait, I wouldn't like sexting with someone else I met online. Oh, me. Okay. So I wouldn't like sexting with someone else I met online. Well, that isn't that kind of like, yeah. Okay. How to answer this? I would say, um, well, it depends, right? Like if she's doing it for me and I'm doing nothing, then that's like house money. In which case, I would like it. But if I have to do it, that's kind of gay. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, I don't know. Um, I find it kind of cringe, but I don't know. Look, if the girl lives in the same state and you're sexting, that is fucking gay because like you should just have sex with her, right? But if it's a logistical issue, then it's not as bad. Now the whole relationship concept is cringe. The long distance is cringe, but the sexting part of it is like the consolation prize, yeah. So um, would I? So would I like? I wouldn't like sexting. Um, I don't know. I don't want to get into detail, but I don't know. What am I supposed to say here? I wouldn't like sexting with somebody else I met online. I mean, if the only option was to do this and not fuck her, then I would do it. But I mean, the other times that I've done it, I haven't participated, which to be honest was a dick move on my end, right? I can acknowledge that. So I probably should have participated. And given hindsight, I probably would have. But the fact is that I mean, it's a weird situation to deal with writ large, okay? Bucket Food says dual citizenship Israelis frequently escape punishment by going to the promised land. Oh, okay. I guess. I don't know. I mean, that's off topic though. I wouldn't like sexting with somebody else. I disagree with that. I think it can be enjoyable. Yeah. Especially if I'm not doing anything, then it's all winnings for me. And I appreciate that. It's no big deal if my partner keeps in contact with their exes. It is a big deal. Fuck that. That's gay. Fuck it. Fuck that. I'm not interested in the idea of having oral sex with someone besides my partner. Sure. Okay. Your non monogamy compass results. So, bottom right, we have practical progressive. Bottom left, we have polycule slut cloud. Top left, we have biblical patriarch. And upright, we have hashtag trad life. So, I'm mostly trad life, leaning towards biblical patriarch. Okay. There you go. So, I'm somebody who is mostly interested in one person at a time for me. And I'm almost completely limiting of the other person. But if you can see this, I'm like 2/3 of the way towards the middle of like having sex with other girls, but I'm like 95% of the way of excluding my girlfriend from fucking other guys. So I'm like on the net 40% selfish with the women, if you think about it that way, which is good, right? Because if you think about it, when it comes to like my girlfriend or my wife cheating on me, I'm completely against it. When it comes to her fantasizing about other men or flirting with other men, I'm against it pretty much always. That being said, when it comes to me, if I were married to a girl, I'd be okay with a light flirting with some other chick because that's funny, or because like some other girls are hot. I can entertain that idea in my mind a little bit. But I mean, I also recognize that it's an indulgence and that it's bad, and also that threesomes are cringe, even if on paper, like in a poor instance, wow, my wife with Jennifer, oh my god, that's so cool, or Jennifer Lawrence, oh my god, that could be cool. I get it, but I mean, it's degenerate, and I wouldn't want to do it. Lalo, do you go to that Steven Anderson church? No, but I've had friends that have gone there, which is funny. That's an inside reference. Steven Anderson, he lives in Phoenix. I would go once for the novelty, of course, because why not? The guy's super entertaining. But no. Okay, so that's that test. Okay. So what else am I gonna do? Because I still have like another half an hour before I have another half an hour where the house is still mine. So let me full screen myself real quick. Okay, we can finish the incel videos that I was presenting. So let's go ahead and just do that because we didn't finish these quite. Okay, so I think it was called like incel PUA approach. Let's pull this up. American woman is all I need. Okay, so let's look at history and we're gonna pull this shit up right here. Okay. So as we can, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sharing the screen yet. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I found it. Incel attempts to seduce a woman in public. Number 11. By the way, guys, what do you think of the facial hair? In person, the girls that I've asked say that they like the facial hair up until this point. It's just that I think on the webcam, it makes my face look fat. And mind you, in my mirror in the bathroom or any other mirror for that matter, I look the same. Like I still have the jawline, but on this webcam, this curves in such a way to where it's like it looks like peach fuzz and it makes my face look round. But like if you look to the side, I still have the jawline. So I don't know. I don't know if I should shave it because obviously I look skinnier like with the fucking thing like this, or maybe I should just trim it a lot. I don't know. So it's a difficult thing. Now, granted, I don't know how important it is that like I look good on the stream because there's people that are way more successful than I am and way less attractive, and so I don't know what to do because I don't want to value a girl's opinion too much. Because if in person I still look handsome, then that's what I care about. Whereas online, if I look handsome, it's not that big of a deal because the halo effect only goes so far as a guy. Because if I'm mostly making political content, which is appealing to guys, then whether or not I look handsome is beside the point. As long as I'm not fucking butt ugly. Okay. Um, what's my favorite thing to get at Taco Bell? I don't really get anything there, but I like the fries. Are Ben and Grace gonna take the test? I doubt it. You look a little bloated today. Now that you mention it, okay. No one cares. Okay, I was just curious. I don't think guys care, but like Grace will give me shit for it, you know. And so, but again, why would I care what she thinks about the way I look past a certain point? Obviously. All right. First person approacher's disturbing video. Okay, let's do this. Let's get back to this incel shit. Fuck is this? Hold on. Pickup artist cringe. Okay, let's go. Where are you meeting women if not dating apps? I just talk to girls in college at best because I don't do dating apps. Okay. Let's get to the fucking point.
And on this one, I get very, very close. She doesn't step.
Okay, think about it. Okay, pickup artist. So this is his fucking job. His thing here says day game. This guy is I think he's above average looking. Okay, I don't know how short he is, but I mean he should be able to pull because if you're above average looking, you're average height, and you have game, you should pull.
Effortless.
Excuse me. Sorry, it's gonna sound a little bit.
Bucket says Grace uses your insecurities against you. Yes, but also I think all women do that. All women will try to press your buttons because I don't think women, for the most part, can out-debate men. So instead, they'll look at what their weaknesses are and then just prod at them. So I think that's obviously what she does. I think it's actually valuable. I do have some long conversations with Grace where she will try to use my insecurities against me, but I think it's I think that's relevant because if she were to just argue with facts, then that would just I'd win every time. And so, like, sometimes you do need to get your ego checked and say, like, okay, look, dude, okay, you are smart and you have this, but, like, obviously you're not getting the viewership you want. And is that playing into my insecurity? Yeah, but at the same time, it's a relevant criticism to make, okay? Hobo Thorpe says, you care because you're emotionally entangled with her. You were broken that she called you fat. So, I care. No, I care because she's a streamer that watches my stuff. I'm not friends with any other girls that do streaming to the extent that I am friends with Grace. So like whatever the other girls would say doesn't matter as much. Plus Grace has known me for a long time relative to the internet. And so obviously her opinion would be the best educated one because she knows what I look like clean shaven and not. Whereas if I were to just ask some girl I met on the fucking internet on Omegle or something, they would know what I look like otherwise. Yeah. I was broken that she called me fat. No, I was just taken aback because she had never called me that before. But I have noticed that, yeah, my cheeks are kind of fat when I do have the hair like this. Because obviously from the side profile, I do have the jaw. So it's not that I am fat, but more so that it's just like the webcam. When are you going to get to the heterosexual content? Maybe when I stop reading your comments, Provo. Bucket Food says, petty women always win every argument if it matters that they call you ugly. Well, exactly. You're actually a streamer who watches her stuff. So what? Lalo's just big boned? No, it's just that I wish that I could stream in my bathroom just to show you that like what people see in real life is way better than like the webcam, which is super gay because my other webcam, which was less detailed, was like more flattering because it had less detail. But now it's like you see everything. I don't know. I just don't know. Like, hold on. Okay, that doesn't do it justice. I don't know. Fuck it. Pleasantly plump. Have I ever had one gay thought? Sure. It's you. Haha. You used to have a backbone. You lost it. When did I lose the backbone and when did I have it? What do you mean? Okay. Like nigga, they asked me to have a debate about Karolyn Poroshenko and I said no and then they left. Like, what do you mean not have a backbone? I like obviously hold my ground.
Cheeky.
Okay.
But I walked past you.
Okay.
And I thought you looked really nice.
Okay.
So I wanted to say hello.
Hi.
I tell you what I noticed about you. What's your name?
Natalia.
Natalia?
Yeah.
Okay. You're very Russian, I think.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never been to Russia,
Okay.
but when I think
Okay. So first of all, I don't like that he's getting that close to the girl. That's off-putting. Like he's literally like between me and the microphone, it's like not even 8 inches apart. It's really weird. That being said, it's working because I think she finds him somewhat attractive. Because if a girl's repulsed, she'll like back away subconsciously. So okay. I can't believe the leader of Belarus is called Karen. Okay. Sign Orange says, actually, I'll be nice to Lalo. He has been more bearable on stream lately. Well, why is that? Why are you watching Autistic Men Cold Approach? Because you don't film yourself doing it. Okay. Otherwise, I'd be watching your. Okay. Casually remove the maze from the purse. Yeah, that's funny. Homeless Grace Orb says, leaking Grace's sex was meta. Well, what do you mean meta? What does that even mean? Meta as in what? Surreal or as in beta?
of Russia, I think of like snow. And
Also, it's kind of misleading to say I leaked the sex, right? Leaking the sex would be like I screen recorded like the you know the you know I don't want to talk about that, but you know I would have like put that. I don't know where I would put that, but you know what I mean. That would be the leaking. Sex like over those were text messages. It wasn't really sexting. Okay, like are you retarded? That was not the extent of it. No. And I apologized. Okay. God damn.
lots of very tall people,
No, that's not true. Okay.
and everybody drinks vodka. Way too much vodka.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
It's not true.
It's not true.
I don't drink vodka at all.
What do you drink?
Whiskey?
Whiskey?
Yeah.
That's such a man's drink. That's such a man's drink, whiskey.
Maybe.
What kind of whiskey do you drink?
Don't have
Okay, what kind of fucking shirt is he wearing? Like, you can't even tell the race of the chick that he's wearing the shirt on. It's a print-on, shitty, cheap shirt.
a specific, but probably not Jack Daniels.
But Jack Daniels is very sweet, but do you drink like malt whiskey?
Um. Sorry.
Malt whiskey.
What do you mean?
Like single malt?
Okay, hold on. Let me read chat. Provo says, why are you so intimidated by me? You are... What does it say? You are dripping with insecurity. Max says, why are you stuttering like a spastic at the moment? Asking for a friend, lol. He's a fragile flower, Provo. Where am I stuttering exactly? I think that's the way I talk. It's all rapid fire, so when I like misstep a little bit, it just comes off as a stutter. Okay, cool. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, just without problem.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't like the taste, you know?
I do like.
Yeah?
I don't like taste of vodka. I drank vodka only once in my life.
Really?
Being Russian, yeah.
Vodka's not very nice, so I like wine if I'm going to drink.
Okay.
So you're from Russia.
Okay, huge fail because he's talking about alcohol and then he clarifies something by saying, I drink wine. She says, okay, which is the weakest response you could possibly give. If she were interested, she'd be like, oh, what type of wine? Oh, really? Do you have like any stories about that? No, she just said, okay.
And now you live in London. And what do you do in London?
I'm working at the bank.
You work in a bank?
Yeah.
That's so boring.
And it's not boring.
I saw you and I thought she does something really exciting.
It's so exciting
And you,
when you're interested in it.
And you sit and you crunch numbers all day in a bank.
It's so interesting.
Is it?
It's a huge amount of money. It's
But
interesting.
are you a maths person?
I have 2 education.
Huh?
I have
He's just so up close. It's so creepy. And the way he has his eyes is like, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
2 educations.
Okay. And what are
Look at how defensive her posture is, by the way. It's literally closed like this. Like, sure, she isn't backing away from him, but she's doing everything but that.
First one is
She's clutching her purse with her right hand. Look at that.
culture anthropology, which is super exciting.
Okay, hold on. Okay, look at this brunette walking right by. Watch her eye roll. Look.
First one is
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
culture anthropology,
Eye roll.
which is super exciting.
She's like, what the fuck? She could tell. Because think about it. If you see a man and a woman this close, you would assume they're dating. But that chick, that brunette, could figure out by her expression that that girl, fellow woman, was uncomfortable and was like, what the fuck? Rolls her eyes. Yikes.
but doesn't give well-paid job
Okay.
places.
Yeah.
So the second one is in finance,
Okay.
and I'm working as an analyst.
An analysis. So what do you analyze?
Capital.
Capital.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or bank.
Horrible answers. Again, if she's interested, she'd be flirting back. Like, oh, well, I analyze things I like, or I analyze your eyes, or I analyze so-and-so. She's saying, oh, I do capital, I work at bank, a lot of money. Like, she's answering it as if it's like your uncle at the function, you know?
I imagined you working like behind the counter somewhere, but you actually do like back office stuff?
It's finance, yeah. It's not accounting.
Okay.
Accounting is boring.
Okay. All right.
What's your name?
John. What's your name?
Natalia? You
Natalia.
forgot, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing, John?
Huh?
What are you doing in London?
I play poker for a living.
Sorry?
I play poker for a living.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you know poker?
Sure.
You play poker?
I play poker, but I always lose when I play for without interest.
You lose?
Yeah, but when I play for money, sometimes I win.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you'd be really good at poker because you seem like you've got that like kind of business thing about you. And
I could have a poker face.
you could have a poker face.
Yeah, probably. During the
Okay, his riz was horrible. Think about it. He's practiced. I don't know if he's a poker player for real, but like he's said it before. I assume like that's part of the riz, right? Says I'm a poker player. Well, I think he'd be a good poker player. He doesn't come up with anything witty that would actually correlate with being a good poker player. So instead, he says, so and so, you have a business thing about you, which is fucking retarded. And then she's like, well, I'd have a good poker face. She comes up with something smart. Actually, she comes up with something appropriate. You know, with the Lady Gaga reference that actually works. So her riz is better, even though she's a fucking Russian immigrant, and this guy's an American white guy. Let's rechat. Hold on. Where are you? Hold on. Every time he talks about Gracie's blushing dainty flower, I don't blush. I'm too brown. Okay. Legend says surgeons cannot separate them at the hip. That's why they're so close. Right. He should have gone for someone several inches shorter than him. I mean, yeah, that is true. He commands no respect. True. Why are we watching this? Because I think it's funny. Okay, cool.
You have to be to be good at poker. You have to be a little bit ruthless. You know, like a little bit evil.
Okay. Are you evil?
Maybe.
Okay.
I think you are. I think you'd be good at poker. But have you actually played before?
Yeah.
I was going to say I'd like to invite you out sometime.
You can do it.
I can?
I think yes. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh,
Right.
my number.
How do you spell your name?
N-A. Forgot again.
Well, no, it's Natalia, yeah?
Yeah.
So is it like that?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
me.
Go on. You don't know your number?
I don't remember.
Go on.
Okay, so I mean, he closed. I guess you could say he closed, but I mean, it's like begrudgingly, and it's like pulling teeth, I guess.
Yeah.
And I.
Provo says, have I done any cold approaches? Honestly, no, I haven't. And part of that is because I haven't wanted to, I guess. And also, how would I record that? I mean, I assume you're
Really,
saying
I'm
it's for
Russian.
content. When it comes to cold approaches, I'd be really good, I think. The problem is that I am young, right? So I don't know like how that would work. Like if girls would assume I'm older than I am, I don't know. And also like when they say like, oh, what do you work as? Like I would have to bullshit everything, and then I would have to like not pursue the girls because I would have to lie and be like, well, I'm actually a 26-year-old engineer, and actually, you know, it's like,
It was nice to talk
Yeah,
about myself.
Hang on, is it ringing? 1 second.
wait, she's like, it was nice to like talk about myself. So that's the bottom line. Like he says, oh, it's Riz. I let her talk. Yeah, you let her talk about herself, nigga.
Yeah.
You got it, yeah?
John, poker guy.
Okay, guy. All right, well, look, it was lovely to meet you. So there you go.
He cut it out when he went in for the kiss. Did she smack him after? Brutal.
I hope you enjoyed it. And as I said before, if you want to see more stuff from me, click the link below and check out Effortless.
Okay. I need to pee real quick, so I'll just play this, okay? Hold on.
Alright, maybe I'm feeling more violent than normal. I understand why. Well, you know, we gotta accelerate, get the accelerationists, we gotta fucking get a Mad Max universe. I just feel it. Yeah. Ooh. So one thing about a pretty hot dog.
The thing about Urban, it was made by Scotch Irish, right? It's really the Scotch people that came over.
Yes.
And they took their culture to America.
Yes.
And the one thing about my people,
He'll apologize by saying, I didn't know you were so sensitive.
We're also violent. Listen, I'm Irish. Easy, bud.
we're a violent fucking
I have to tell Mike like several times a day not to joke about one particular thing, and he keeps doing it. Because every time he's like, oh, I didn't realize you were serious. Like, this is very, very annoying.
Scottish class. We were always the
Very annoying.
shock troops.
I watch Braveheart now.
And for me,
Isn't Dad an admitted alcoholic? Maybe no. I don't know.
Yeah. That's fair.
you know, when I bought,
You think it's some sort of flirting? Okay, well, if that's flirting, he needs to stop it, 'cause that's annoying.
Just bulldogged it. Alright.
And so that's why the boy who challenged.
No one here is a bad person. I just feel
God.
like both
Okay,
of
we're
them
back. We're back. My
be
bad.
super sarcastic. So
Complicated business.
Serious or not.
Complicated
Right.
business. All right. This bitch looks like Courtney Thorpe crossed with Meg Griffin. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the YouTube channel. Let's read chat. I missed some. We're gonna wrap it up soon, by the way, because my dad got home from work. So let's keep it a little bit more quiet. Okay. So it's like pulling teeth to watch. Yeah. Distinction mocks me, saying I would be good at raising. I just don't try. No, that is true. I'm confident. That's a good Justin Bieber song. Confident. No. She's confident. Okay. Are you interested in dating anybody else than Gracie Lalo? Is that why you're watching this? That has nothing to do with it. Is that girl who banned Grace? Yeah, it is, actually. That's why it was recommended. Why are you obsessed with Grace and Bad Bunny? I don't know anything about Bad Bunny aside from the fact that Mike from PA did something to her or something. Okay. Kiss My Ass 682 says that's pretty much how you were in the airport, though. Not really. The airport thing was a one-off fluke, okay? That was really weird. Yeah. I'm innocent. Fuck y'all. YouTubers listening women at the airport. I mean, no, at the Freudian slip at the fucking grocery store.
Hi, guys.
Okay, let's get to it.
Alrighty then.
Well, thank you.
You take care. How you doing? You're beautiful.
Thank you.
You don't believe it or what?
I'm sorry?
You believe it or what?
I'm sure, I guess so.
Oh yeah. So are you single?
I'm not single, no.
Oh, you got a husband?
Boyfriend. Yeah.
Your boyfriend doesn't need to know if he can go out on a date.
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, she literally says she has a boyfriend, and then he's like, no, but we can work around that, bruh. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Wow, girl. You're beautiful.
No, thank you.
You're cute.
Thank
What's
you.
up? You got a guy?
Yeah.
Boyfriend?
Yeah.
Is he treating you right?
Yes.
Like a queen?
You
I would-
better.
I would treat you like a queen. I would take you to Disneyland.
Oh, Disneyland, they shut down.
After they open.
Thank you.
Alrighty, take care. What is that? Some sauce?
Baked potato soup.
Right.
The answer is no, Provo.
You're beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
Really gorgeous.
Thank you.
Are you married?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For reals?
Yeah.
We can go out on a date. Your husband doesn't need to know.
No.
No? No, you're not going to do that?
No.
All right, you're still sweet, though.
What's worse is that he's filming it off of his iPhone. You can tell because he, isn't showing himself. He's probably holding it to like his gut, hoping that the girls don't notice. This girl's fucking tall as shit, by the way. Holy God. Let's check chat real quick. Bad Bunny is talentless, sure. Tell my dad to watch my content. No. Do my parents think I like men? No.
Wow, girl. You're tall and beautiful. You got a man?
Yeah, I have you.
You got a, I want to take you out to Disneyland. He doesn't need to know. No?
Ew. Hey, girl. You're big and beautiful. Oh, yeah? I got a husband. Yikes.
How you doing? You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Are you single? No?
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah? You married?
I'm not married.
I'll take you out to eat.
Thank you.
But no, huh?
She looks fucking terrified. Her and her, like, two little thread of eyebrows.
I'm just not in the condition to do that.
Okay.
Not in the condition to do. I've never heard a rejection like that. Do you want to go on a date? I'm not in the condition to do that. Whoa.
Okay. Well, you're still beautiful. Okay. Have a good one. Hi. No, I'm just passing by over there and I saw you and I just want to come in here and tell you they're beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You married?
I am.
All right.
Yeah.
He's a lucky man then. Because you're beauty.
Well, thank you.
All right. Take care.
This girl's a
Are
4,
you
man.
doing-
Okay, wait, hold on. So, Homeless Grace Thorpe says, I rizzed her up at gate 62 in the airport. Okay, let me look this up. Gate 62. Big if true, man. Gate 62. I think you're trolling, right? What would it be? Sky Harbor Airport? I think it was Terminal 4. There is no Gate 62, nigga. What the fuck? I'm tripping. Okay. Whatever. Okay.
One that is doing the exchange or
She can do everything.
you're beautiful by the way.
Thank you.
I like your tattoo.
Thank
and the
you.
rose. So are you single?
I'm single now. I'm not.
Ah, the stretch hurts.
Oh yeah, you married?
Mm-hmm.
You must be a lucky guy because you're a beauty. You don't even need to makeup.
Must be a lucky guy because you're
Is that what he tells
beauty.
you? Don't put
Fuck, man, that's tough.
makeup, honey.
Why is he in a makeup store, by the way? What the fuck?
Yeah, he tells me not to.
Yeah, listen to him then. You don't need it. Yeah. So I don't need a perfume because I'm alpha male. My natural sweat, my natural sweat is like a perfume for.
The biggest cope laugh I've ever heard.
You know, my natural sweat, my natural sweat
Oh.
is like a perfume for women. You know that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what they tell me. I don't know.
You so pleased with himself?
How you doing?
Good.
You don't need any of that because your hair is beautiful.
Oh, thank you. It's not for me.
Oh, yeah, whatever you're using, it's looking good on you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, well, you working out?
Huh?
You ever work out?
No.
Because you kind of look.
Yeah, I was
like
a
you
gymnast when I was little, so.
Oh yeah, that's fine. So are you single?
No, I'm
Yeah?
married.
Oh, you
18
married?
years.
18 years
4
married?
kids.
4 kids? Wow,
40
you
years old.
you 40 years old? No way, man.
Yeah.
You look like you're 28,
thank
29 at least. I mean, the oldest. And did you tell me 4 kids?
4 kids.
You look so athletic, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
my daughter's turning 18 on Tuesday.
Hey, you. So what's going on? You're not getting any matches on dating apps?
No,
You're on the dating apps all day long? You're not getting any matches?
I'm not on there.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I'm on there, but I'm ugly, so I got no luck.
Brutal.
You gotta be tall, you gotta be beautiful. You gotta be successful, you know.
One for everyone.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, then I gotta be swiping on the fat chicks then. Yeah. So what's up with you? You got a boyfriend? Yeah. Is he treating you right? Hi. You're cute.
Man.
That's it. You gonna walk away?
Man.
You don't want to talk.
There's no commentary. This is so bad. At least with the other guy, there's like constructive criticism. This nigga's like, just log off life, bro. Just put yourself on the registry if you're not already, and just chill.
No, because I'm married. I can tell.
Oh, yeah? Okay, then.
Would you like to try one, too? You can try. You can throw it away if you don't like it. But we're about to close up, so we got to throw it all away.
Yeah. You're cute.
So thank you.
Are you single?
I'm not.
Oh, yeah?
Not today. Yeah, not
Is he-
today.
Is he treating
She said not today. That means she's lying.
you right?
He's treating me good. You know, sometimes.
I'll treat you like a queen.
William,
Yeah.
he treats me like a queen. He just,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, this is a funny question. Were your hands clammy and shaky when you put the Riz onto her leg? No. But no. My hands don't get clammy or whatever. I think that's like a white people thing.
Alrighty then. You're beautiful, by the way. I just want to tell you that. So are you single?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. Hit him with the underage.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay then. You have a good one. How you doing? You came shopping in style. I like your dress.
Thank you.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
Are you single?
No.
You got a man?
Yeah.
That's okay because I'm only attracted to women that have a guy.
Seems like it, huh?
Yeah. Okay, then you have a good one.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Okay. This guy's super autistic, but he at least knew she wasn't interested because technically she didn't reject him. She laughed at his joke at the end, but he at least read the situation that she wasn't interested. Okay. Props to him. He actually knew.
You're attractive.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you don't believe it?
I do. Thank you.
You are.
Very
I like
nice
your
of you.
eyes, blue eyes. Are you single?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you're taken?
Yeah,
I guess you're pretty faithful then.
I'm a good girl.
Alrighty then, take care.
You too. Can I take her with you?
Yeah, I want to be a baby daddy.
She's being a stinker.
You're cute, by the way. You know that?
Oh, thank you.
Well, you got a man?
I do.
Oh yeah, he's treating you right.
He is.
Oh, he better be treating you right because he's so fine.
I
You
know.
can just get another one easy.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Yikes, man. Brutal.
You know what? You're cute.
Thank you.
Are you single?
No.
All right.
Fuck.
I guess he's treating you right. He's treating you right?
Yeah.
All right. He's a lucky man then. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. You look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So what's up with you? You got a man?
Yes, I do. Sorry.
Alrighty then. Take care. How you doing? You're in the makeup store.
Yeah.
But you know what? You don't need any makeup. You're beauty. You're natural beauty.
Thank you.
Anybody else told you that?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta tell you the truth.
Thank you.
But you did a good job on your eyelashes.
Rejected by the fat chick, bro. That's brutal. I've never seen a pickup artist approach a fat chick before, man. That is like actually really down bad. But you know what? Credit. You know what? Fuck it. In society, niggas need to punch down. You know, like if you want a girl to be in love with just you, you need to go beneath your standards often.
So what's your status? You're single? You got a boyfriend?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So is he gonna treat you right tomorrow?
Hopefully.
If he doesn't, then what's gonna happen?
Probably nothing.
Nothing.
No.
I'm interested in knowing more about you. So if you're interested, we can exchange phone numbers and we can talk.
Exchange
phone
numbers.
So I'm about to go. You want to exchange phone numbers, or are you too shy? You too shy for that?
Yeah.
Hello. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You're single?
Yeah, I am.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Can I have your number?
Sure.
Okay, nerve-wracking to Riz up Grace, I'm sure. Who for me? You know what? To be honest, I think okay. So there was an anxiety over it, obviously, because there was a lot of hype. Honestly, that was the problem. There was too much hype, and you know there was a lot of pressure. But I feel like everybody else in my situation would have done much worse. Okay, to be honest, that's me. Okay, it's like if you get the 2007 Patriots against like the 0-16 Lions and they lose by 1 touchdown. It's like, okay, you lost, but I mean it's a pretty good result, all things considered. Yeah. Okay, so OPC Don says, Lalo, how far are you away from being monetized? So I can reapply for monetization January 11th, which is Thursday. I don't know how quick I would get the thing back. Monetization is important for super chats. Now, I can monetize videos too, but the sort of content I make would be controversial for 1, and 2, obviously I don't have enough views to make a ton of money off of that. So with that being said, super chats on the YouTube channel itself would be great. This guy is like a creepy grandpa with the white van. Yeah, probably.
You're very pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You're married?
Yes.
Yeah. How long?
13 years.
13 years?
Yes.
3 años.
3 años.
3 años. ¿Y te respeta tu esposo y todo? Qué bien. Porque si no, sí. Yo te quería invitar a comer, pero.
Gracias.
Es muy bonita.
Gracias. Tú también estás muy guapo, pero
¿Sí?
soy casada. Gracias.
Sí, estoy tratando de conocer mujeres, pero no se puede,
¿Sí?
o sea.
¿Te gustan las latinas?
No, me gustan las todas, pero todas bellas. Pero el problema es que yo trato y no me funciona. Las están casadas o tienen novio o no pueden, entonces. Pero usted
Brutal alert. So she says, you're handsome, but I'm married. And he's like, how come every single girl I talk to says she's married or has a boyfriend? How is that possible? He doesn't really get it, doesn't
me dice que soy guapo.
Sí.
Entonces, sí.
And granted, like to be honest, if you talk to like 2/3 of attractive women, they are gonna have a boyfriend of some sort. So okay, sure, but like there's still the third that aren't. So. And even if a girl has a boyfriend, if she likes you enough, she'll pretend like she doesn't, at least temporarily.
Encontrar una mujer más fácil, ¿no?
Pues se me hace raro porque muchas mujeres siempre quieren a un hombre güero con ojos claros.
She says, well, that's weird that girls don't like you because women usually like men that are tall, white, with blue eyes. Now, great. So she's saying you're tall, you have blue eyes, and you're white. But I still don't want you. So he is probably an ugly, tall, white guy with blue eyes. Aryan bros. It's not looking so hot. Unter ex Ubermensch, okay? Reach at. Okay. Grace, the real Grace Thorpe, the not homeless one, says, lol, what the fuck is this? So we're going, the title is YouTuber soliciting women online in a grocery store. He needs a boyfriend-free girl, says Jada McSwag. Is that like a Chris Chan reference? Because I think I get that. OPC Don says, I think you could get super chats to approach girls in chat. Picks out for some reason. People enjoy tormenting you. Well, basically, I think, yeah, I could do that. I'd have to get one of my friends to hold the camera for me, but I could totally do that. And I mean, yeah, I could. I need a lav mic. I need shit, but I could, like, I can see the idea. The premise is good. I want to do it. I think it's good for me, obviously, to get out and test shit out. And like I said, I'm very arrogant. I'm very confident. I think I mean, worst case, I'll just come off annoying. But like creepy could never happen to me. I think if you're good looking enough, you can never come off creepy unless you just straight up like go and like, you know, which has happened. But yeah. Okay, let's rechat a little bit. Yep, okay, let's keep going.
¿Así?
Pues no sé,
Sí,
siga buscando.
en México sí, pero aquí como que está, que latinos quieren estar con su gente, no
Sí.
quieren estar así. Hello, girl. You're beautiful. Wow, you look amazing. Are you shy? Do you want to talk? And you need some money? Just came here shopping without no money or what?
Yeah.
What's up with that, girl? Just looking and dreaming.
Lalo, who has more res, you or Craig? I think Craig, low key, because he kind of. Okay, I can't even joke about that. That's fucked up.
Shy, huh?
I just need to get back home.
Want you to ride?
I just need money to get back home.
How much money you need?
Like 30.
$30? Damn. Damn, girl. I'm checking to help you. Really. I mean, if you were my girlfriend, I would help you, but just like a stranger, I'm not gonna just like give strangers $30. That's ridiculous, right? Who does that?
It's a holiday.
Yeah. Alrighty then. ¿Y habla español usted?
Sí.
Es muy bonito.
Oh, gracias.
Es un halago.
Gracias, sí, la verdad sí.
¿Y qué pasó? ¿Tienes esposo? ¿Tienes marido? ¿O no?
No, soy divorciada.
¿Divorciada? ¿Y qué? ¿Estás buscando un hombre bueno o qué?
No estoy buscando, pero bueno, si algún día llega, ¿por qué no?
¿Estás haciendo ejercicio?
This one might actually be into it. This pudgy brown Latina.
¿Vas al parque o qué?
She's okay. It might be working. It might be working.
¿Qué tal si me das un número de
Let him cook.
teléfono y me invitas a comer? ¿Qué comida te gusta?
Oh my God.
Why? ¿Por qué? Es normal, o sea, es normal que un hombre llegue a una mujer y le dice cosas.
Para mí no.
Es que tienen una ¿cómo dice? Timidez.
Probablemente ya.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Great. I like your tattoo.
Oh, thank
The
you.
star?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people tell you that or no?
No, they don't
Wow,
say anything.
man, they're shy. They're shy because you're kind of beautiful. That's why they're.
So that girl that was the most receptive didn't do shit.
They're kind of shy to tell you, right?
Maybe. Thank you.
Alrighty.
She needs a green card. Yeah, low key. Yeah, you know what? That is kind of sad. You know, like the one girl that does like you back, it's like totally a green card.
How you doing? You're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
What's up? What you doing here? Just shopping?
Yeah, I'm shopping.
Why? Are you surprised that I came up to you and told you
Yeah.
you're beautiful? Why?
I mean, I don't know.
You don't get that a lot, huh?
Dude, what a fucking idiot. You can't believe that. He's like, hey, are you surprised they came up to you? Which, first of all, is like red alert, what the fuck? Why? Why would you mention that? If it's like if you're a good guy, why would you mention that? And then, oh, you probably don't get that a lot. So, like, you're implying that she's ugly? Because, like, obviously, if you're good looking, you get a lot of approaches. Like, if I said, you look skinny today, oh, thank you, you probably don't hear that often. That says I'm playing you're fat, right?
I get that I look good, but you just shocked me at the moment.
Oh, come on. It should be common for you because you're cute. I mean,
Oh, thank you.
It can't be common for guys to go up to you because you're cute. Okay, come on, bro. Really? It doesn't work that way.
So do you have a boyfriend or what?
Yes.
Yeah? Is he treating you like a queen or what?
Of course, so I wouldn't be with them.
Oh, yeah?
Is he treating you like a queen? So he's automatically putting himself beneath the boyfriend by that logic.
Yeah? Because I was like, oh, if he's not treating you right, I'll treat you right.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Yeah. So she's jealous that I've approached you.
When a girl says, "Oh, that's so sweet," that's almost always a friend zone. Almost always. Oh, dude, he's going for like a 3 out of 10 black chick.
Okay,
Dude,
then,
come
I
on,
guess
bro. And he got rejected by that, man.
Well, there you go, guys. There were
So I guess this is what he looks like.
100% rejections. Now you know why guys do not cold approach women anymore.
Okay, if he says anymore, then he must be old. And if he's old, like let's say in his 40s, that must mean that the cold approach must have worked 20 years ago, which means that the girls back then had lower standards. That's it. Look, it'd be one thing if you're ugly and you have charisma. Like if you had my personality and you're ugly, then okay, fine. But if you're gonna have no personality and be creepy, then don't complain when you don't get pussy. I mean, that's just ridiculous. It's just fucking nuts. Okay. Okay, this thumbnail intrigued me.
Hi everyone, I've got no idea if you can hear me or not because I haven't recorded a video in a very long time.
I'm 27 and I've never had a girlfriend. So again, first of all, of course, again, he's going to be prejudiced against because he's, he looks like that. That being said though, he's just fucking, like the way he talks even. No, this is funny. Now this guy I made a video up about before. He's a real nigga.
Did that to me.
This guy Kent. Women don't want me. I'm a reject to every woman. This guy's a king. Now, here's the catch. So he's a black guy. This guy is like 5'3", so that's why he's an incel.
Playing those same stupid mind games like they do. Black women do it, white women do it, Asian women do it, Latino women do it. They all do it.
So, do you see a sign with these incels? It's just negative, 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 sourpuss, sourpuss. You're not going to get shit being in sourpuss, obviously. And you got to fake it. Provo Planet says, I appreciate you telling me he's black. Oh, dude, you're fucking retarded. When you add adjectives to the flow of conversation, it makes it sound better. Okay. It doesn't matter if there's a redundancy. Yeah. Like I could be talking about Liz and be like, well, this fat black chick, just in reference, just so that I can fill in the dead air. It doesn't mean that like, oh, wow. I believe the audience can't see that she's fat or black. Okay. Okay. Let's look at another guy. I've never noticed this person.
Hey guys, my name is Jonathan Yesquez, and this is going to be a different type of video than what I usually make.
So again, he's ugly, granted, sure, but it's the energy as well that he's giving out. Now let's give this one, Mari. This guy doesn't seem ugly.
And I've gotten to a point where I don't believe in love anymore. I understand what I do wrong.
Again, bitch mentality, victim mentality. I don't know what I do wrong. What girl is going to get wet for that shit? What girl's going to be like, wow, I could really trust in this person? And again, even, okay, this guy's 23. Even a 15-year-old girl would be like, what the fuck is up with this guy? He doesn't have his shit figured out. Any girl with the pulse would understand. And mind you, any girl in college, like his age, why would they like him? And again, he's not, he's not hideous. He's all right looking. He's pretty average. That being said, still no pussy. Why? Because it's the mentality for a lot of these guys. A lot of them aren't that ugly. It's just got to be this fucking energy. Okay? Key point. It's fucking, wait, what's this? The raw attractive power that men have that women want him into feeling.
Victoria, okay? So for
Looks like
today's
John Cena.
video, I want to talk about something very.
Do you see a common energy with like loser people? It's just fucking low energy. Okay. Okay. So I basically exhausted these videos. These are like pickup artistry, like workshop things. That's kind of gay. Let me check the playlist to see if I have anything in here saved. Hold on. Let me full screen. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. All right, so OPC Don says, this is the kind of guy the Whatever podcast appeals to. Red pill, quote unquote, seems to be the code word for blaming your romantic failures on everybody but yourself. True. The mindset is their downfall. Yeah, I mean, because if you think about it, a lot of people that are classified as black pill are people that are like in puberty, which means that their looks aren't even cemented, yet they already feel as if they already lost, which is ridiculous, you know? It's like saying, I already flunked out of school and you're still not flunked out yet. You know, like maybe your GPA is low, but I mean, there's ways to compensate, yeah? So people need to get rid of that sort of mindset because I mean, look, if you try your best and you still fail, then okay, fair enough. But if you're not willing to do that, then in most cases, you're being a spoiled brat is the way I see it. Now, obviously, like if you're like 4'10" and you're ugly and you have low IQ, okay, fine. Don't even bother trying. You weren't going to make it anyway. But if you have some sort of potential, then try to do it. Why not? Okay. So okay, I'm going to wrap up the stream because obviously I have other shit to do. So we're going to wrap it up like in a couple minutes. I'll start the timer right now. Getting your last questions. Apparently Grace is going to stream. My friend Jack is going to stream too. We'll see what I end up watching. Or I'm going to alternate between the two 10-minute intervals, 2x. The way I like it. But okay. Couple more minutos. Okay. So now that we're looking at chat. Wait, where is it? Okay. Yeah, so to expound upon that, yeah, so the downfall of everybody is going to be the mentality, and that's why you ought to just steer clear of that, obviously. Being a pessimist doesn't do shit for you. Let me drop into the Crucible for 1 second, and the stream is over. No, it's still on. Okay, let's check. And, okay, nothing there. All right. I'm going to probably make a video, most likely on something political, because that's what the algorithm wants, and that'll be it. So I think the idea right now is going to do a Biden versus DeSantis 2024 theoretical prediction as of today. Are you going to Grace if she needs all the help she can get? Nah, we're good. I'm busy. All right, I'm wrapping up the stream. I'll see y'all in the next video, most likely, and I'll try to stream more often if I could possibly do that. But it's going to be difficult, you know, school starting again, so we'll see. See y'all in the next one. Bye. Adios. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Let me end stream. Bye. Bye for real.